Hey guys, it's RJ the Fed. We came up with this live stream idea kind of last minute, so we figured we're going to talk about where it all started. Um, Mainly focused on the whiskey related side of things. So, starting a little early, we're going to have some special guests come out. So, we got Jeff from Drizzo Nation, we have Doc from Old Fashioned Ways, and we should also have Matt from Whiskey Wisdom that will come out. Um, so at most, we'll have four people on camera at once, but we're trying to do it one on one for the most part to kind of talk about things. Some of it I'm going to wait for Jeff. Some of it I'll wait for Doc. Some of it I'll wait for Matt, so we kind of pace it out. I've got a bunch of bottles in front of me, but we'll start talking about just in general the consumption of alcohol. So my first offerings I had that I actually thought I enjoyed, at least when I was really really young, like before legal age, was wine coolers. We had a bunch of different wine coolers. And then we went straight from that because we never really cared for beer at first to drinking um, gin. Believe it or not, gin. Gordon's London Dry Gin. It was a plastic bottle, like a $13 bottle. So pretty steep to go from wine coolers to gin. Our go-to drink was literally 2 shots of vodka or 2 shots of gin over half a can of the Monster Zeros. Pretty interesting taste and profile there. Then from there, we started trying some like whiskey cokes when we were at the bars when we were in the college up in Denton, and then from there we kind of just started drinking anything and everything. A lot of beer, but we didn't really care for stout beers. Mainly like lights and blondes. So that was just kind of how that went. Then we got into whiskey, and I tried a few offerings that were relatively easy and cheap bottles to find. Nothing too crazy, nothing special. And then we heard about allocated products, and that's kind of where the stream's going to go. Is we're talking about the whiskey that kind of got us into drinking whiskey, and then those first few bottles we got that were allocated that we went crazy over that we just don't even touch or even think about. We don't buy them when we go into the store anymore. Um, so we'll kind of talk about that. So I do have a rocks glass with an ice cube in there. One of these pours early on will be over ice because, in fact, that's the first time I'd ever tried this bottle was over ice. And then after trying 2 pours of it, courtesy my dad, this was at my buddy's wedding. My dad paid for some pours. I made it an appearance to go and buy this bottle. Now, this was before I knew anything about pricing on bottles, how rare some of these bottles were, the secondary market. I didn't know anything about it. So I paid and I paid badly. But despite paying badly, overpaying on several of these bottles, we'll talk about those pricings as well because I want to be transparent. Everybody has to start somewhere and everyone has to learn a lesson eventually. At some point, your mind has to kick in and realize that, like, yeah, we lost out on some money, but we've learned a lesson and we'll never let that lesson happen again. And then we kind of focus on these videos where we try to reminisce of the past, talk about our mistakes, and learn from those mistakes, and hopefully teach you guys so you don't have to make the same mistakes moving forward. So, pretty cool, but also pretty bad. Pretty cool for you guys, pretty bad for me because our wallet kind of was screaming there. But we've got some really cool nostalgic bottles on the table. So I'll hold a couple of them up and what we'll be drinking. I have an Old Forester 1920. What's special about this bottle is this is my very first Old Forester bottle I ever bought, and I still have over half a bottle left because I don't find myself going to it. But this was the very first bottle that got me started into the Old Forester lineup. So that's kind of cool. Um, Buffalo Trace. This happens to be a store pick, but just regular Buffalo Trace, nothing too fancy. Was another bottle that really got us into drinking whiskey. I couldn't do anything but find Buffalo and Weller Special Reserves. The only thing I was hunting for, it's like I wanted Weller Special Reserve and Buffalo Trace. So kind of funny that I don't even have a Weller Special Reserve right now because I did nothing but hunt it. And now that I've had several, I don't even see myself buying it. In fact, I passed on it literally 2 days ago. So that was kind of funny. So let's talk to chat real fast. So we had Matt from Whiskey Wisdom that popped in. Like I said, we might be having an appearance from him. Doc Martinez will be on a little bit later as well. Hopefully Jeff will be getting on soon. I know we weren't going to kick this off till 7:30 Central, so I'm a little early, but that's okay. Locktar, I know he should be jumping in at least to hang out and chat. Hopefully, maybe he'll come on too. We'll see. Josh dropping Mr. Dave Vogelsang. Glad to see him. He said, in the beginning, RJ drank beer. I actually did not. I drank wine coolers. It took a lot before I actually went to hard liquor, then to beer. Funny how that goes. Mr. Dollar Bill. So we met up with him today so we could give him his samples for his giveaway along with his 375 milliliter bottle of Buffalo Trace. So that giveaway was hand delivered today. We met in the Total Wine parking lot. So pretty cool to meet up with him. I met him before. Just that's where we were able to meet today so I could make that happen. Tater Dom in the house saying happy Monday, RJ and everyone. Yeah, you guys, this is my weekend. I know it might be weird to be drinking on a Monday night, but it just makes sense for me. We got Carl, Russ L, John. Let's see. Adam from Major Zeros here. Cheers, buddy. Craig from Bourbon Santa. FYI, the more money you spend on whiskey does not mean better whiskey. That is very much true. Just because it's a $40 bottle doesn't mean it can't beat out $100 bottles. So, something to keep in mind. Mike Brock, cheers all. Mike Brock wanted us to do a series where we did reviews of those bottles that are around that $100 to $130, $140 range, where it's above $100, but it's below $150, to where you got to really think about it before you buy it. Because who wants to spend that kind of money on a whim or off of someone else's thought without having a really in-depth review with someone who has a similar palate to you in mind? So, Jesus from the Bloody 81. We got T in the house. What is up? Canadian Chris. Life from the Patio is here as well. Let's freaking go. Trying to catch up, making sure I'm not missing it. Yes, wine coolers, believe it or not. So, Smirnoff Ice. And Mike's Hard Lemonades were where we started. That was the beginning of us drinking for enjoyment with sugary, basically sodas that had very low alcohol content that would tear up our stomach. And Jeff saying, yeah, buddy. So Jeff, if you are ready, sir, I did send you the link. I believe I sent that to you via text. If you need me to send that to you through Discord, let me know, and I'm ready to kick this off with you, brother. I thought I sent it to you over text. Maybe I sent it through Discord, or maybe I just didn't invite you at all. Boom. I'm pasting the StreamYard link on your phone now. That was my bad. I thought I shared the link with you. I shared the link with Doc, I believe, and I think I shared it with Matt from Whiskey Wisdom. But it's all right. We'll figure it out. All right. Where are we? Boom. Oh, we got another person, Father Fortenberry from Life from the Patio as well. So, all right, getting back into the topic of discussion, though, the whiskey. So, obviously, Buffalo Trace, the Old Forester. We do have a Weller bottle. We got a Weller 107, which we'll definitely talk about Weller 107 as well, because that was another one that we went a little crazy on. We also got an Eagle Rare store pick here. This is an Applejack's pick. We'll be talking about that. And then I have one. It's sealed. I don't want to fresh crack it, so we'll drink the one that we have open. But we'll also be talking about Stag. This is 23A. We'll be more specifically talking about 22A, which is one of my absolute favorite batches. I did get a 22A from Tyler Beetlejuice, if he pops up in chat, as a birthday present. So pretty cool. We'll also be talking about Blanton's, and then even like this Blanton's Gold, we'll be trying some of this tonight. So pretty fun. Ready and excited to have some pours. I think my first pour will be the Eagle Rare. So we do have Jeff backstage, so whenever he's ready, let him have a couple seconds to get set up. He can give me some thumbs up. We are going to pour up some Eagle Rare over our rocks glass. Do a little hefty pour on that because we can let that sit since it's got ice. We got the double thumbs up, so here we go with Mr. Jeff from Drizzo Nation in the house.
What's going on, brother?
So the first pour of the night, and we'll talk about it, is going to be the Eagle Rare store pick. This is specifically the Applejacks one we picked up.
Oh, this one?
So my very first offering of Eagle Rare was at a bar at a hotel, and I want to say it was $40. No, it was $20, I believe, for a 2-ounce pour. So not terrible. And we got 2 of those. So we spent about $40 just on Eagle Rare, and we had it over ice. So that was our very first time we ever had Eagle Rare.
Okay.
So, I still buy Eagle Rare today if I see it. I don't pass on it. I don't see it too often, but I don't hunt for it.
Yeah. That's fair. I don't either, but like if it's there, like I'll grab them because they make great gifts and they're simple and people still go crazy over them that don't do what we do. So I agree.
So 22A for Stag is what Jesus is just messaging me about. Also, pretty great batch of Stag. So glad to see he has that. So the Eagle Rare store pick. So this is another example. My very first bottle of Eagle Rare that I ever purchased was also a store pick, but I paid quite a bit for my very first store pick. My very first Eagle Rare store pick, and this is for you guys to laugh at, but also learn from because I didn't know what secondary was $90. that was before taxes. We paid $90 for an Eagle Rare store pick. And while we're talking about me getting absolutely shafted, on that same trip, we also bought an E.H. Taylor small batch for $110. And then here's where that Weller came in too. We bought an old Weller Antique 107 that we paid $200 for at that same store. So we bought 3 super allocated bottles for absurd prices, museum pricing, even above museum pricing on some of those. But that was my, initially I was super excited. I was finally able to get some allocated bottles, and I paid some ridiculous prices. To say I was happy, I was still happy with what I got, but the amount that I paid, I think is around like $460 after taxes for everything. I bought a few other things from them too. I wasn't too happy with the prices now, but in the time I was still happy to get the bottles. So that's kind of where, we talk about what I drink now versus what I used to drink and got excited for. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a pour Weller 107. Buffalo Trace, other than the time I fresh cracked it on a live, I've never touched a bottle of Buffalo Trace since then. And Eagle Rare, other than the pour we had the other night, just because I wanted to try the store pick that we got together, I haven't touched that either. So it's one of those that's been sitting on my shelf. So now we get a fresh pour of some Eagle Rare over ice like I drank it the very first time. So cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
And see, what is already a low proof whiskey as a single barrel at 90 proof is even more diluted down with the ice. So maybe that's why I find it so enjoyable, because a lot of the ice takes and pulls all that oakiness and it gives it that chill and the dilution from the water as it slowly melts. Also, it's a big rock. It's not a bunch of small ones. It dilutes slowly, but it keeps it cold. So
yeah. So how do you make your big ice?
I have these little rubber things I can stick in the freezer. And then I actually bought some. It comes with a set of rocks glasses. In fact, it came with this rocks glass and another one and a set of 2. It's hard plastic for the base, and it's like a silicone top. And the hard plastic base is even better because you can flip it over, and I can literally bang it on the rim of the glass, and it'll drop the rock out. So
yeah, Leah got me some of those too. I haven't made as many old fashions as I should be, but yeah, I like that thing. It's freaking awesome.
So we got Les Bramblett showed up in chat as well. Appreciate seeing you out here.
Absolutely.
They diluted a store pick. Yes, Josh, they did pour it over ice. I requested the ice though, so because it was my very first trying and tasting of it. We were still pretty new to whiskey. Locktar says, I'm late, my bad. No, it's fine, man. We started a little early and nearly like 7 minutes late to when we said we were going to start anyways.
Right.
There we go. Mike Brock said it best. Eagle Rare is the starter for the night. Move on from there. Yeah, we'll got a couple other offerings. We'll do Buffalo Trace because we got that as a low proof too. I will not be opening this one. We do have a bottle that we'll be drinking in its place, but I'm going to hold up a bottle that is special, not just to me, but to Jeff. And it's pretty dusty. I don't know if you guys can see the dust on that bottle. It's been sitting on a shelf for quite some time. This was my very first ever bottle of Blanton's I ever purchased. Very first bottle. And what's so important and why we're giving this to Jeff, because we had initially bought this for my dad, is that date right there is his daughter's birthday. And I had someone that was nice enough to help me get a bottle for my son. It's now time for me to return the favor and help Jeff get a bottle for his daughter. What can make you guys feel even more worse, like if you want to tear up and have the sob story and be like, man, that's so freaking awesome. Why don't you laugh at how much I paid for this bottle? So because this is my very first bottle of Blanton's, you can't just buy this at a store, guys. You got to buy this from a museum. So if you thought the price on an E.H. Taylor small batch or a Eagle Rare store pick or a Weller 107 was getting completely off the wall and out of this world, We paid $216.50 for a bottle of Blanton's.
Yep.
We'll let that set in for a second because that's absurd. So we're going to go lock this up. I don't even want this on the table anymore. But this is my very first bottle of Blanton's I ever purchased. I paid way too much. And now it's like the money that I paid for it doesn't even freaking matter because the cause is so much greater than the money. So I'm super happy about that one.
No, I appreciate you. And to be honest with you, like if you wouldn't have had that and like I could have found one, to be honest with you, I'm stupid, but I probably would have paid $400 for that bottle. Birthday and year on it. So
Josh said, call the cops. You got robbed.
yeah.
Lockhart said he paid $112 for his, and that was shipped to him.
Jolly.
Yeah, no, it's some things, guys, like you'll pay more than you should. I was very new to the game, so like it is what it is. But after all those prices that we talked about for those specific bottles, we learned our lesson very quickly, and we've never overpaid since. If we overpaid, it was on our own doing that we were accepting, and it was never above secondary. So we did learn a lesson. It was a very hard lesson up front, but it was just a little entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny, man. I think the most I paid for one, I think I paid for Haley's original bottle that I gave to Bella. And it was that Willet Weeded Purple Top. I think I paid $280 for it. So it was like $40 over MSRP, but pass it.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
So what was your first offerings of whiskey that you had that you might not have like remembered? Like obviously my first pours were probably like, Jack Daniel's No. 7, and it was probably a Jack and Coke. But like as far as when you started drinking whiskey neat, what were some of the first bottles, if you can remember any of them at all, that got you excited about whiskey? And then maybe your first or second bottle that you hunted for, whether it was allocated or just something you didn't find in your area at the time.
So the funny thing is like, I really didn't get in bourbon until about, most people, like a lot, especially the people at work, and the restaurants that I run and everything, going into Barrel and Bones was my first time dealing with that mass amount of bourbon.
Okay.
I was already interested in it. And I think the first bottle that I really, really wanted was an E.H. Taylor small batch. And I never had it, but the first one that I bought for myself that I opened that I thought would be great was, oh God, what was it? I want to say it was a Maker's Mark Cask Strength. I'm almost positive. And I was like, oh, you can actually drink this and you don't have to mix it with Coke. Like you said, Jack Daniel's No. 7,
yeah,
college and high school plenty of times, but that was actually Jack Daniel's the first thing I threw up on when I was 16 years old. So yeah, that's why I've never wanted to touch that bottle again. But
there's definitely a turning point where you're using Coke to make the whiskey taste better, and then you're using whiskey to make the Coke taste better.
Oh, you're right. But I think the weirdest thing for me is, as a matter of fact, this happened at Apple Jacks. So when I brought Apple Jacks on board, when I was at my last company, and the prices were cheap, I go, listen, just come up, whatever, within reason. Don't ask for pappies. And at the time, I was like, I don't want pappies. And I brought me and Kaylin actually, and then I brought one of my buddies who was like real into tequila. And he looked behind the counter and goes, wait, is that a Casa Dragones Hoven? Like, how much is it? And he was like, $225. I was like, all right, done. And he bought that, and he looked at me and Kaylin, and I go, they obviously asked me, he goes, what do you want? I go, I want an Eagle Rare and I want a Blanton's. And then, she followed suit, and then he followed suit. He's like, I mean, if you're going back there, and he's like, all right, cool. So he goes to the bag, picks, not in the front of the store. So I'm like, oh, this is like really rare. I didn't keep
it's not sitting out.
And I was like, oh, this is really rare. And this was like probably 2 years ago, if not maybe a little bit longer at the most. But I was excited the fact that I had those bottles, and like I legitimately did not want to open them because I was like, there's no way I'm getting these again. But I eventually opened the Blantons, and me and a buddy I had over for Christmas when I was with my family, I just opened it. I let my father-in-law and mother-in-law try it, and me and Aaliyah drank it, but me and him cleared off like half that bottle. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like this is just meant to be enjoyed. So, that's kind of where my journey took off. And then from there, it was just nonstop. So
it's good to hear that like the Buffalo Trace tater bottles, they've made such a name for themselves. And like Eagle Rare and Blanton's were two for you as well that you're trying to go nuts over. He's got his dogs barking in the back.
Yeah, that was definitely one. I mean, I had Buffalo Trace, and I would just shoot Buffalo Trace, because before I knew like the rarity and allocation of it, it wasn't really. I didn't think it was anything special. And then when I started going to other liquor stores, I was like, "Wait, it's allocated?" I was like, "No way, that's ridiculous."
I never saw it sitting on a shelf, so for me, I kind of already knew that it was like kind of rare.
Yeah,
And when I first tried it, I was like, "This is really good." So I like made it a point to go get a bottle. So that'll be my next pour. Will be some Buffalo Trace store pick. You can join me if you want. I know you got a 375. I still got some Eagle Rare left because I'm gonna let that dilute even more with the ice, and we'll try that later too. But
good old
yeah,
fresh.
little 375, and I got the 750 store pick. This store pick, this one was actually from Victor from the Whiskey Panda when he was in town, and we did that collaboration.
Yeah,
This was a gift from him. This is a Sazerac Barrel Select Barrel 114 from M&R Liquor.
yeah, yeah. That's kind of what we're shooting for at the Rack House this year is trying to shoot for a barrel pick of Buffalo Trace because that's the first one they give you when you're a new store, and I think that'll be a pretty cool one to do. So
Just to kind of kick it off, yeah.
I've always loved Buffalo Trace though. Like my wife, she liked it too. And then one day she drank it and she woke up the next morning, she had a headache and she doesn't drink nearly as much as I do. But I think it's always a staple. Like I said, I picked up a bottle the other day and it was just sitting there and I gave it away just because I know I can go get it. But it's always one of those ones where at the price it is, like besides for me, benchmark
24.99 for a 750.
yeah, besides benchmark foolproof, like that's my go-to in that price range all day.
And that's where I used to be, and I had what I call the vertical for Buffalo Trace. So the 375 we gave to Dollar Bill because we gave that away in a giveaway. We also had a 750, we had a 1 liter and a 1.75 liter. So we had small to big boy. Even then, like I just didn't find myself pouring it. So I'm like, why do I have these bottles taking up this much space? Like at one point, I had 12 bottles of Buffalo Trace 750s. Like, why do I need a case of them? Yeah, I gave them away as gifts or I moved them. But the thing is like, why would I buy backups of stuff that I'm not even going to and trying? Like, yes, I bought them originally because I got excited. Like that was one of the first pours I like you said, everyday shelfer. It's what you find yourself going to in that price point. But knowing what it is, I can get like early times bottled and bond for that price, or even slightly less. And it's its own offering, obviously, and it's a little bit higher proof. It's 100 proof. But for me, like I didn't know about early times, so I bought what I knew, which was Buffalo Trace. But now that I've kind of developed the palate, I found that like benchmark series, that benchmark series wasn't even out when I first started buying allocated. So that's pretty new. So now it's like there's a lot more stuff that I've tried that's in that price point that I don't think I would just go out of my way to buy Buffalo Trace. Now, I still think everyone should have one on their shelf, whether you guys want to drink it for cocktails or drinking it neat. I think it's fantastic. I just don't find myself going to it. Like it's sat in my cabinet for so freaking long. And
Yeah.
I just started realizing, I counted, currently I have 92 bottles. Everyone always asks me, how many bottles do you have? I give away so many freaking bottles. I sample out so many bottles. I drink so many bottles. I have a box with 18 bottles that are ready for bottle kill. Those aren't even counted in my 92 bottles because those are already considered cleared out. But that'll be a video where we have 18 bottles we'll polish off, kind of like what Riley, Tyler, and Brandon and I did that one video that was like 50 minutes long where I had like 23 timestamps of us doing bottle chugs.
Yeah.
I don't count those, but for me, it's like out of all the stuff I have to drink, I don't find myself looking or trying to go and buy Buffalo Trace or Weller Special Reserve. I walked into Specs just 2 days ago. They had a cart full of it, as many as you want. There was no limit. Price is MSRP, and I still passed on every single one of them. And I don't even have a Weller Special Reserve in my cabinet at all right now because it's good for what it is. But the fact is like that's what got me started into it, and I have an appreciation for it. But I'm not going out of my way to buy that. I have so many other offerings to taste. I just can't see myself spending the money anymore.
No, I mean, and that's fair, but I mean, kind of like playing devil's advocate a little bit. For me, we have people come over. We love having people over and feeding them, especially with the restaurant and training people and being able to have that. For me, Weller Special Reserve, I always make the dumb joke. It's Pappy 27 and a half, and to me, if I could always have a handle of that, I will. Just because it's simple has enough flavor. It's not super complex. There's like 2 notes and it's gone. But to me, it's that's what can get somebody into it. And when they see like, oh, that's an allocated bottle, like it kind of breaks them through that door, like like you did and like I did and like everybody else did when they first got into it. Of wait, this is awesome. Like, how cool is this that I can have this? And
Yeah.
it's, Weller also has another 5 that you can get that are even better. So
Well, that's why, like Les Bramlett said, the benchmark series great for the price. Like I picked up that entire lineup. I don't have a single bottle of it in my collection right now, but I had bought the entire lineup: the small batch, top floor, the bonded, the single barrel, the full proof. We even did a blend, so technically I still have some of it. The infinity bottle we held up the other day that has the Where's Matt on the milk carton sticker. That's a low end Buffalo Trace infinity bottle blend that has every benchmark in it: Buffalo Trace, Weller Special Reserve, and a couple other things. But it's all Buffalo Trace products. But for me, it's like those were fantastic bottles, especially for the price. And like I said, if you're going to give someone cheap liquor, that's about as cheap as I'll go. Is like Buffalo Trace, the Benchmark series, the Weller Special Reserve, where it's still something that they can appreciate. So that's just my take on Buffalo Trace.
I mean,
Obviously, they have a higher end lineup that I never saw because I didn't know what to look for or how to look for them. That's why we paid $200 for our first Weller Antique 107, which is ridiculous. But I can get them for $110 all day, every day now. But even then, MSRP on them is what, like $58, $60. Like they shouldn't even be 110, but I can't find them at MSRP. So
yeah, it's a shame. It really is that the market's got like that. But I mean, like you said, the whole point of it is to get people to try new things. So when I tell people that, I mean, even when we had our meeting, I went and bought 4 of those benchmark full proofs because I finally found a batch that was like stupid solid above its weight class and poured out for everybody. And they're like, "Wait, you're just going to give us all a bottle?" I'm like, "Dude, it's a $20 bottle.
yeah.
Like, have fun and enjoy it, but realize that, currently our well is Jack Daniels. Dude, this punches 15 times above fucking Jack Daniels number
Oh,
7.
absolutely. Dave Vogelsang's getting onto the topic and point that I want to make. I generally use Buffalo Trace as a primer bourbon the first of the night. So for all of us that are what I call like bourbon enthusiasts or bourbon connoisseurs, some of us are definitely experts. I'm no expert, but Dave Vogelsang I do would and will label as an expert.
Oh,
The fact is that we all started somewhere, but when you get so involved in whiskey and having all these bottles and trying all this really cool stuff and the more expensive and harder to get limited release allocated bottles, that's why I wanted to do this stream tonight, to talk about the little guys that we used to get excited about. We used to like go nuts when we'd find it. We'd always buy it if we saw it in store. That now you find yourself looking at it and just walking right by it, or you're not even asking for it because some of them they keep them behind the counter. We don't even ask anymore because it's like we know there's better stuff out there. But the guy that's new to whiskey, like what you guys are talking about, when you have your bottle share where you had people come over from the restaurant so you guys can talk about it and kind of talk business, but also let them try some of the offerings. That's the crowd that I like to introduce some of the stuff that I first got excited about whiskey to, because if they're anything like me, they'll still have that same excitement. And it's just, I'm well past that point now and so much further past that. Some of that's because of you guys. I mean, Dave Vogelsang is a huge example of that, where I've been able to try a numerous amount of bottles through 2-ounce samples that I would have never been able to see or buy. But now that I've had them, I was like, man, like I don't find myself touching half the bottles that I have because I have so many samples, and the bottles I do touch, it's only a couple of them. Like, I don't know. It's just to be so excited about like getting into this to where I am now. I'm trying to go back and revisit some of these bottles. So that's I want to try to only drink stuff that like I first was turned on to, and I was like, let me enjoy some of these again. It's been a while, so
well, I'm sitting here drinking this Buffalo Trace, and I'm like,
it's good.
I mean, it's solid, dude. Like, I even implemented into our happy hour. So, like, our happy hour now, we're doing, and to me, this is my biased opinion of making old fashions. Dude, $10 Buffalo Trace old fashions all day long with a 2-ounce pour. Like, people eat that shit up because, again, like me and you and a lot of people in chat, level. But to them, Buffalo Trace, they can't find. And to have it in old fashioned for $10, like these people will pay, those egregious fees. I've got a guy who's got his own store. He's a great gentleman, but he's small. He's got to raise his prices. But I mean, he was charging, $65 for a regular 750 Buffalo Trace. Someone bought it. because people just can't find it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the problem I have too, is because I go into some stores and they'll have what we're looking for. They'll have allocated bottles,
Absolutely.
but the prices on them are ridiculous. Like I walked into a store the other day, they have the 1.75 liter handles at Weller Special Reserve. Now keep in mind at Total Wine, they've gone up in price. They're $48.99 before tax, and I want to say they're around $44.99 at Specs before tax. This store had them labeled at $149.99 before tax. And to think that, they wouldn't price them like that if they didn't sell. Now, they don't sell often, but the thing is they probably still do sell them. Otherwise, why would you keep all these bottles at this price? And that's where I have the problem, is because I was that guy that walked in the store and I paid what I saw because it's the only time I had seen it. And that's why I got hosed on the Eagle Rare store pick, the each their small batch, and the Weller 107, and even the Blantons, because I was just like, something I was looking for. And when I finally found one, I was willing to pay almost anything. So.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And to answer Carl's question, how does Buffalo Trace stack up to Pappy 27.5? Buffalo Trace is actually Old Fitz 1.5. So Special Reserve to me is way better. Like, I don't know why I like the Weller Special Reserve more than I do the Buffalo Trace. Like, I don't even have any right now, and I'm kind of pissed because when I went over there to pick up another Knob Creek 12, and they had this one, they had a little baby of Special Reserve, but I don't know about you, okay? And so when you go into different stores, this is what I want to ask you. You go into different stores and you have your main stores you go to. You know that mine's Applejacks, but it's a drive for me, period. I won't pick up a Special Reserve somewhere else because I know I can go get a handle of it for $38. Do you find yourself doing the same thing?
Yeah, no, I pass on it.
Okay.
We got another person backstage, so if he's ready, I'll let him give me some thumbs up. We've got Matt from Whiskey Wisdom hanging out.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Dude, I
Yeah.
can't be nervous right now. Hold on. This is a celebrity. I'm super.
All
Hold
right.
on.
If you guys haven't heard of the man, the myth, the legend, we got Matt from Whiskey Wisdom in the house.
I don't know if I'm supposed. Oh, hang on. I don't have my mic on me. Hold on a minute. Hang on.
We can hear you.
Supposed to be a professional. There we go. I don't know when you want me to come on. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to
Now
support you.
we only have a couple people invited, so Doc is the only other person. I figured if he pops in, we'll have 4 people. We can balance letting each other talk and not be too crazy. I know that's the obviously the concern when you have big groups, is who's talking over who.
Yeah. How are you feeling, buddy?
Much better. Still was a little bit hot this morning. Got a little bit of sinus drainage, a little bit of cough, but I feel like way better. So that's why we're obviously going live and we're drinking some Buffalo Trace right now.
You got COVID 9.0?
Yeah, whatever batch we're on, I'm on that one.
What's up, Drizzo? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, brother. How are you today, Matt, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. It's been a long day. It's only Monday.
I mean, it's my Sunday, so I really can't complain.
There you go.
Well, good, brother.
So, RJ, Mr. Wine Coolers.
Yeah. Mike's Hard Lemonade and Smirnoff Ice. This is where we started.
Ice. This is probably something you weren't even born when this was around, but remember Zemo, or did you ever hear about that? Or Zima, excuse me, not Zemo. Zima.
I heard about it. And Jeff, you lost your audio.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
No audio, Jeff.
So I started with Mad Dog 2020. That was where me and my friends started, mainly because it was in Georgia, like you can't get alcohol in like grocery stores. You have to go to like package stores. They're not state run, but they're specialized stores. And so the easiest things to get were Mad Dog 2020 in a grocery store. So that was kind of where we started. Don't know the flavors. I just know the colors. Orange, red, green.
The age is showing. A lot of these guys still know what Zima is. For Reals says Zima was nasty. Russell's got the vomiting emoji. B Factor says Zima's still huge over in Japan. My first drink was Zima from Shadow 51. So you get a lot of people relating to you on that one.
There you go.
Okay, we got Jeff coming in on a different setup.
Sorry, I don't know why. Yeah.
We can hear you now.
All right, cool. Yeah, work tried to call me. I was like, stop fucking calling me. I'm in a stream.
Do you remember what was it called? This is probably way before you two, RJ. Vignetta. It was like an it was like an ice cream cake,
No.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't remember that?
Mr. Great Shot's talking about Boone's Farm. Do you know what Boone's Farm is? I've never heard of that either.
Yeah, I know what Boone's Farm is.
Boone's Farm is the first wine I think I ever got drunk off of at 14 years old with Keystone Light. So
So Vignetta, RJ, hang on, let me share my screen real quick. Can I share my screen? Hold on.
Do I have to present it for me, or can I let you?
Yeah, hang on. I haven't gotten to it yet. Hold on.
I guess it'll pop up down below, so I can give you permission. I'm assuming.
Oh, there it is. Okay, share.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. You should see it now.
There we go.
So this was.
Ooh.
It was like an attempt to make ice cream elegant, and they had this. You should try to find the commercial. They had it was like all slow mo, and it was like a wife and a husband with candlelight dinner, and they were like cutting into it. It was so lame. But this was like around when Zima was around. This was like the high life back in the 80s. So you missed out, buddy.
dude, Zima was the king.
Yeah.
It actually looks really good. Was that Vignetta? Was that good?
It was really good. I don't know. It didn't do well. It was on and off the market like really quick.
There we go. For real says he remembers that cake. So yeah, I guess I'm just too young. I never saw that. So that's pretty unique. It looks good too. So
yeah. What year were you born, RJ?
96.
96. Sorry, Jeff, man. I cut you off like 9 times. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, you're good. No. Zima was king. As a matter of fact, I had an employee at my former bar and restaurant. She went to Japan for 2 weeks, and I said, "Listen, can you smuggle back some Zima because I haven't had it since like 2000." And she did, and like me and 4 of my buddies, like we just had it like we were drinking Pappy 23. Like it was just so nostalgic.
I didn't know they still made it. So it's still in Japan, huh?
In Japan, they actually have an event every year that is a Zima party, and it's like the largest event in Japan. Oh yeah, no, Zima goes nuts over there.
Yeah, B Factor said it's still popping off over there. That's what he was saying in chat. Said
It's
where Zima's at.
Interesting.
We finished our Buffalo Trace pour. I think the next thing we'll pour up is probably this Old Forester 1920.
Dang it, I didn't.
I know you didn't get one. It's okay.
Why don't you try? They had that Old Forester single barrel store pick. So
why don't you try the Muckety Muck 25?
I do have that. I do have that in front of me.
I'm really curious to see what you think about that.
Yeah,
I'm curious. I'm curious about that, Matt. So I went to one of my stores today, and they had the Orphan Barrel, the
Indigo.
Indigo.
Yeah, that's the newest one.
That's the newest, yeah.
So that's the 18-year for $225. Is that reasonable? Do you think?
That sounds like Orphan Barrel pricing. I don't know what MSRP is, but I've never seen one under $299 in my area, so that seems reasonable.
Drinking the 1920, Josh. This was to make this even more nostalgic. This is the very first bottle of Old Forester that got me turned on to Old Forester. But even crazier is this is actually the very first bottle of 1920 I ever bought. I never even finished a single bottle of this. This is actually the very first bottle I ever purchased of Old Forester.
Wow, really?
Wow.
I've had it this long, and I've sampled out a few times to people who wanted to try some Old Forester offerings. But now, when people want to try it, and I send out flights, I'm sending out barrel strength. The blue label, I'm sending out a black label, and now I'm sending out the green label samples as well. But the 1920 was my very first bottle.
I got that from my boy.
Hell yeah. I love that King Ranch. Like, I don't even have a bottle for myself. Every time I get one, it's like it's going out of state.
Yeah.
The smell on this 1920, I do not remember it smelling this freaking good for 115 proof whiskey. This is what I like. This right here, like getting back into it, trying some stuff I haven't touched in forever. Like, holy cow, this smells delicious.
I believe it.
A lot of fruit on the nose, almost no oakiness. It's had a lot of time to sit, a lot of headspace, a lot of air, a lot of bananas. Oh, this is delicious.
Dude, now you're gonna make me go buy one tomorrow, dude. My wife's gonna kill me.
You have the Old Forester 100 you could definitely be drinking on.
Did you say birthday bourbon?
So we have a 1 liter bottle of Old Forester 100 that Jeff told me to buy and said that it's not birthday bourbon, but it is like a batch blend with what we call leftover birthday bourbon. So you're like, well, why would they have leftover birthday bourbon? So word on the street was they didn't have enough glass. They make their own glass in house to bottle up enough birthday bourbon. So instead of waiting to get more glass during COVID, they just bottled the leftover distillate as a batch proof with the Old Forester 100 and the 1 liter bottles, specifically the 1 liter bottles. And it was just the more recent ones. So if you get like a really old one or a really new one, it probably won't have the same flavor profile. But you're like, well, where's the truth in that? Like, how are we going to test that? Well, I have a bottle. So if you do have Old Forester birthday bourbon, you want to try it side by side, which I did try. That compared to a 23 birthday bourbon, because I did get a sample of that. There was a lot of resemblance, very, very similar. I was actually quite impressed. The birthday bourbon was smooth all the way around, but it kind of started off kind of like harsh, and then it finished smooth. Versus the batch of the 100 proof kind of started out smooth and kind of finished a little bit harsh. It didn't have the best finish, so a little bit backwards. But I mean, it's batched. It's not all birthday bourbon, but I was quite impressed.
My reps
said he likes 1920, but not at 115. I think he's talking about the 1924 because the 1920 is like a $55-$60 bottle. Yeah. Hopefully, no one's overpaying for whiskey anymore. If you guys ever have questions on pricing, feel free to leave a comment on this live, not the actual live chat, but in the actual video after, or message me on Discord, and we'll make sure that we get you guys taken care of on helping you guys buy stuff at an educated price point.
Yeah.
Speaking of educated and buying stuff at price point, Jeff, you want to tell them what you've managed to pull off for me?
So we had some issues, and this is kind of going around Texas right now. It's actually going around all of Specs in general. So because we opened this restaurant, we have a very large selection of allocations. Specs clearly wanted our business, but our chat. So if everybody tried Eagle every time, did we lose someone? RJ. Anyway, so we actually talked to Greenlight, because Greenlight's the main distributor for 13 Colonies 50th anniversary. 18 cases dropped at Walnut Hill, but Total Wine didn't get any, and neither did my store, Applejack's, the greatest liquor store ever made in the history. And they're the number one in Denton County, even over Specs and Total Wine. And so basically what happened was I had a large meeting. Once I took over the complete control of the store, we had a big meeting with all the reps, and Greenlight came in. They actually brought my rep's boss's boss in, and I told her, listen, I know you want to get on the menu. I know this wants to happen, but we've got an issue. 13 Colonies, you guys have main distribution in Texas. So this is kind of messed up, and I want to know why Applejack's didn't get any and why I didn't get any. Long story short, she reached out to me on, what was it, 5 days ago? I think I called you. She reached out to me and said, hey, the president of Greenlight, he's got a couple cases. We're going to send 3 bottles to Applejack's. Do you want all 3? I said, yes, I want all 3 of them. To help out Applejack's, because those guys are some of the most hardworking, like just great in general. I said, I just want 1 bottle for myself to give to a friend, and you guys can use the other 2 to give away to your accounts, people you love. But I managed to secure you 3 bottles of that. So I actually have a bottle of it that should land on Wednesday for RJ. So I'm very excited about that.
I don't know if Matt's muted because he's talking in the background. I think he's playing around right now. Yep, 1 second. So yeah, that 13 Colony 15th anniversary, I plan to go pick that up on Wednesday if it doesn't get delivered to Jeff. And then I'm going to give him this bottle of Blanton's for his daughter. So
yeah, no, I'm super excited about that, because, you've done so much, first off, for this community, but outside of the community, like, you're my brother, and you've done a lot for me. And, it's hard work in this industry, especially on my side of the bar, if you will, trying to deal with that kind of stuff. We have a little bit more easier access to things, but at the same time, stuff like that happens, distributors fight over it, and all these stores fight over it. There's some unfair playing going on. So there's a whole lot of heat. And RJ knows this, and you guys can know this too, but Sazerac Buffalo Trace actually has to have a meeting once a week regarding the Rack House and Jeff about how much shit he has caused with Specs. Dude, they have pulled in some of their big guns to try to come and talk. And I said, listen, at the end of the day, I want people that care about people. I want people that can have good bourbon, and they don't keep it for themselves. They don't say a truck's going to show up on this day. It doesn't show up and it goes to a different store, or it's broken. I want people to experience good bourbon. And since I've taken over, RJ, you don't even know this yet, but I've actually dropped the prices on some things. Like, the Whistle Pig 21 year, it's $100 now for a 1 ounce pour.
There we go.
That's still pretty high.
That's still really good. I mean, it's $1,000 bottle, so people are able to try it for $100. That makes way more sense than what it was at before, because it was over $200 before.
Yeah. And so it's like, to me, that still makes it still makes the bottle cost $2,600 for me. But as well as I do, it comes out to about $140, $160 profit for me.
Yeah, the liquor license cost and the freaking taxes and fees through TABC for Texas is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
All right, man, are you back?
Yep. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So what was a bottle that you first got into drinking whiskey that you tried neat that you haven't had in a really, really long time? Is it the Knob Creek 12 that's in front of you, or you got another bottle kind of in mind where it's like, I got really excited about drinking whiskey and I never find myself going back to it and drinking it?
Yeah. So interesting topic. Yeah. There you go. What's up, brother? I did a video on this actually recently. I did 5 bottles that I loved but have forgotten about. So I can't remember the title, something like that. Now, if you're talking about when I first got into bourbon, I think the 2 bottles that I stuck around were Bullet and Michter's. Those were probably my first bourbons that I got into. I got into bourbon through cigars mainly. When I say bourbon, I mean like being passionate about it is what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then when COVID hit, I have all these bottles, and so I started doing blinds randomly because I was working from home and weekend would hit, I'd be bored. And then I found out very quickly that I don't like Bullet and Michter's. Very quickly found that out. And so that's kind of what got me exploring around. And so I think the 5 bottles that I picked on my thing were the Woodford Double Oaked. I love that bottle. I couldn't even tell you the last time I had a pour of it, and I love that bottle. Any Foregate I love. What was the other ones? The King's Family Distillery, like the Ryconic is a great pour. I haven't touched that in probably a year. And Russell Single Barrel. I had a pour of this bottle.
The red label?
Yeah, the red label.
110 proof, yeah.
Yeah, I had look at this. I had a pour of this bottle, and I
haven't touched it since.
Yeah, and look, that's all I drank.
Oh,
that's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, so in this conversation, actually, I was having a cigar with Barrel Dave, and he got me to buy, which I know that I've got, the Hard Truth Sweet Mash.
Yeah.
Right.
Good bottle. Very solid bottle.
We were at his, he had a little campfire, we were smoking a cigar, and he pulled this out, and I had a Glenlivet and was like, oh my God, what the hell is this? And I literally bought it.
Locktar referring to your short saying, I believe that's called Unneat now. Unneat 1920 is legit.
Yeah. Have you seen that short?
Yeah.
Amazing. And so I bought this bottle while I was sitting there, and then Barrel Dave was like, I like this bottle too. Maybe I should buy a backup. And I told him, I said, what I've come to realize is I used to buy backups of things that I love, but it just grows my collection and I never get back to it because every month there's some new bottle that comes out. That's the new cool thing, or not the cool thing, but the new beautiful bottle to go have. So I think I'm not going to buy backups anymore. And I'm not.
I've stopped buying backups. In fact, I just buy new releases. So I have one bottle because eventually I'll drink it or I'll sample it and share it out. But if I want another, I'll hunt it then because I find myself not going back to it anymore.
Yep, exactly. And you've got some great releases from. You got quarterly releases from Elijah Craig and Larceny, and I think they've been beautiful. The last
Larceny A124, delicious pour.
I would say the last 5 by them have been amazing.
C923 barrel proof for Larceny was also just Now Elijah Craig, unpopular opinion, the barrel proofs I have not been a fan of, but the A124, even though it was off profile, I like that one.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to be really picky and selective, but I do want to get back to a lot of the bottles, like Knob Creek 12. This is, I mean, I cracked it, I liked it, and that's as much as I've drank of this so far. And it's been sitting on the shelf, you know.
That's why I gave mine to Rusty. I was like, let me hand deliver this because like I don't know when I'm going to touch it again. Like it's a great bottle. I love Knob Creek. I think the 12 is the best out of the lineup. I don't think the clout and the hype and the price between the 15 and 18 and how rare they are to find justifies them. I don't think they're that much better than the 12-year. I do think the 12-year is superior in all aspects to the 9-year, but for a $62 bottle, about $70 out the door. I mean, it's hard to beat Knob Creek 12.
You know, I bet
but I don't
like
find myself going to it or doing anything crazy with it.
I bet I like it better than 18. I'm going to try it against 18 real quick.
I actually like it better than the 18 and the 15. I was able to try samples from obviously the legend, the Don, Mr. Dave Vogelsang. And I did that video where I did the lineup of 9, 12, 15, and 18. And I still talk highly of the 12 over the 15 and 18.
Wait, you really think? Hold on, it's better than the 18?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're about to find
I think
out.
so. And I say better because you have to factor in cost and how rare and allocated it is to actually find it. Like I can find 12, I don't find 18. And the price on the 18, I want to say is around what, 180?
Yeah.
And the 15 is around like 120, 130. When you talk about, you know, $70 out the door for 12, like I can't bring myself to spend the money.
That's fair.
I have a speaking of Texas, I don't know where it is. It must be in my other bar. I've got a Texas Roadhouse Knob Creek, and it's got the little Longhorn on the front.
I love it. Carl's talking about the Screaming Titan from Redwood Empire. I actually I have a bottle of that on the way right now. One of their weeded bourbons that they've done a limited release of. Stuff like that's what excites me. So I start trying to buy the next best thing.
Let me see if it's in the other room.
I don't know if Shadow's messing with Jeff or not. It says Jerzo, you are on mute.
No, I'm not on mute.
I think he's messing with you.
I'm not an asshole. I don't want to talk over people.
Yeah, here it is. Here, hang on. Let me pull this out of this other. My second wet bar. Hold on.
Yeah, this man's got another bar.
Hunt video with Matt. This is awesome.
The amount of freaking bottles he has, and that's not even his whole entire setup. He's got bottles that are off screen.
No, yeah. I just went into my second shelf. All right, here we go. I found it.
There he is.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
OG9.
Specially bottled for Longhorn Steakhouse.
Wait, Longhorn Steakhouse? Are you serious?
Yeah, and it's got a weird little gold label on it too.
Oh, dude, that is dope.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that cool?
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Very cool.
All right.
Man.
Let's try 18. I don't remember this.
Now, I still enjoyed the 15 and the 18. I just think for the price and how hard they are to find, it's tough to say that it's better than the 12.
I mean, the fact that I went back to, my girl and picked another one of these up for $57, I'll take it all day.
Yeah, he's got the absolute special. I've never seen Knob Creek 12 as cheap as he's getting them.
They still have about a case and a half left.
Can we talk about how horrible the 18 batch 1 packaging is for Knob Creek? This is so awful.
He got like a whole lever and trying to lock the bottle in place.
It's the most dangerous package ever. It's like any of these pieces can fall out at any time.
RJ, did you find a way to repackage that whistle box?
Oh yeah, so it's sitting up on the top shelf right now. I took out the insert and everything. I was taking the adhesive off on the inside. I still think I might want to put something on the inside, but it'll hold 27 samples in it. It's gonna be my new sample box.
That thing is so.
I've got 4 sample boxes now, and 3 of them are full.
I want to can build like mini shelves inside of it. I think that would be dope.
All right, here we go. Knob 18. God, I'll tell you what, it's got a way better nose than 12.
Oh no! Tell me that. I gotta buy this bottle. Shadow.
What a beautiful nose. Damn. I don't know about the taste. Hang on, I'm gonna give that a minute.
Oh no,
man.
Dave Vogelsang's almost out of Rebecca Creek Double Barrel Spanish Oak. I need to find another one for him too.
I've got another like 6 or 7 bottles. If you need.
It is so much more oaky than the 12. I think I like the 12 better. I do.
And it's crazy to say that because you think, with the age statement, yeah, it interacts with the oak more, but you would think that the age helps smooth it out and balance us better, and it just doesn't quite get there.
So does Knob Creek solidify, like on their higher age statements, what level on the rick house it's at, or no?
No, I don't think so. I think my only issue with like the Knob Creek lineup in general is the 9, 12, 15, and 18. They're all 100 proof. There's literally no difference. So as far as proof point, you're drinking the exact same 100 proof, and it's just tough to say that, if the 15 or 18 were different proof points and they batched it differently, maybe it'd be more or better. Who knows?
Hey, great shot. Okay. Oh, we found out where that bottle is supposed to go that Tyler got of that fundraiser giveaway. It was supposed to go to Mr. Great Shot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He just said, he goes, I never received that bottle. So, yeah, Tyler's got that bottle. I'll make sure we get with him.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I have Mr. Great Shot's info, so just send me a text so we can remind me, and then we can make that happen.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Which bottle is it?
So Jeff did a charity live stream, and we gave away a bunch of bottles, but one of the bottles we never found who to send it to, and Mr. Great Shot's in chat now asking about the H. Taylor.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That was confusing. That was hard. I'm not gonna.
Well, we had a lot of bottles to give away. How many bottles? It was like 15 or 16 bottles, I think, total.
Yeah, pretty much.
Carl says Rebecca Creek quadruple barrel Portuguese oak.
Well, to be fair, Carl threw away his sample for me, so that's on him. But yeah, we're going for the Rebecca Creek double Spanish Rickhouse limited release.
Oh, Shadow does bring up a point. Because they're all 100 proof, it's easier to compare them to. Oh, we got Matt number 2. We got portable Matt.
There we go.
All right, hang on. How do I flip? How do you flip your camera around?
It should be towards the top, I thought, on the phone.
I feel like every day I'm just getting older and older. I feel like I'm getting more like my dad every day. Oh, here we go. Back camera. What the hell? Front. Back. Is that working? Oh, there we go. All right, so here's another area down here.
Okay.
Got some autograph bottles in here.
I love it.
I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
That's a little baby blends that Echoes gave me.
I love it.
The whole Game of Thrones collection of scotches.
Oh my goodness.
from all the different islands. Blends Gold. It's a holiday select back there. I don't know if you can see it.
I can. That's pretty crazy too. That's an old bottle.
12-year saloon, chicken cock, and a bunch of shit down here. Oh, this is really cool. This is a distiller select of Monkey 47 gin.
Ooh, that Jack Daniel's 27 there as well.
no.
Yep. Yeah, you can see it back there.
That's a good bottle.
This is cool too. This is a here. Actually, let me pull this out. This is a gin my buddy gave me from the UK.
That's a really cool looking bottle.
Well, so what's cool about this? I don't know if you can read it, but this is gin.
Small batch dry gin.
Yeah, and it was infused with botanicals from the Royal Garden back when the Queen was alive.
Oh wow!
Yeah, how cool is that?
Oh, that's rare. I like that. That's beautiful.
So that's pretty fun. And then I got my booby vodka bottle. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
And then I've got this is really cool too. This is the Julio 42 bottle.
1942.
Yeah, but the all of that white going around, it's actually a neon blue. It'll light up.
Oh wow.
That's pretty cool. Oh, I love this bottle. Have you guys had this? The Black Button single barrel reserve?
Never even seen it.
That's a great bottle. Anyways, this is one of the little overflow areas.
Pouring up some Blanton's Gold now since we're completely out of pours in front of me.
All right.
Oh, I forgot to show my Boondocks 18 is in there. Dave Vogelsang could have made some puke faces.
I think it's so funny that he like bashes that bottle. I don't know if you saw last time he was in chat, he had said something about it, and I said, "You shut your mouth, Dave Vogelsang. That is a fantastic bottle."
He really hates that bottle.
It was so good.
There's a puke faces. Dave, you should go back to it. Try it once more. If you've only tried it once, give it one more shot. At least one more.
And if you don't like it, I'll
Welcome,
take it.
Chronicles.
Man, this 18, I don't know. This 18's growing on me. I don't know now.
I mean, it's still good. It's just compared to the 12 and the price point. When you think price and how hard it is to find an 18, like go find an 18 right now that's not in a museum. You'd be hard pressed to find one.
Oh, I think this 18 is sweeter now. Jeff, I don't know, buddy. This 18 might be winning me over, man.
Dang it, dude.
I think it just needs to sit out for a minute.
Matt, I hate you. I hate you right now. Shadow, I need one. Carl, I need one.
Dave Vogelsang said he drain poured the other ounce of the Boondocks.
No way. No way.
So I paid a lot of money for mine. I paid $292, I believe. Which I say a lot of money because that's the most I've ever paid for a bottle. But because of you giving me that sample, I made my community look for that bottle, and I got one. And then once I got one, Bob Santos had to go buy one, and then we actually got John from Bug in the Sun to go buy one. So by the time it was all said and done, Riley picked up the bottle for John, and they're in Florida, so they pay way higher prices. I think it was like $430 for that bottle for him, and he absolutely paid it because of you giving me that sample and my recommendation of how much I was like, man, this stuff is freaking delicious. Like, this is a dessert pour and a half. I've never seen people, jump on the bandwagon and spend that kind of money off of something that I thought was like some of the best stuff I've ever had.
I really enjoyed it. Dave, I've never, ever, not behind glass, not on the shelf, not online. I've never seen a Knob Creek 15. I don't even know what the bottle looks like. What color is the label?
I haven't seen the 15. I've only seen the 18.
Me neither.
I've only had a sample of it. You'll have to ask Dave Vogelsang.
Never seen it. Oh, maybe it's a blend of the 12 and the 18. Is that what it is? Maybe?
No, it's an actual 15.
Oh,
if
it's
I
an
remember
actual
right.
15?
I'm pretty sure it's an actual 15.
That is.
Huh. Wow. $109.99. Wow.
Carl, I would have paid that.
Damn. Yeah, I would have too. I've never seen that bottle. It's
so the 12's like $60-$70. The 15's around that $110, $120, and the 18's around that $150 to $180 mark.
Yeah.
Jeff Castle's saying red for the 15, and that sounds about right. I know the maple's also got that color, but I think the 15 here is in fact red.
I'm really maple one, to be honest with you, just because I love maple syrup so much.
The Knob Creek maple?
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet.
By the way, little fact here.
Oh, we'll learn.
It's high enough proof to be a bourbon, 90 proof. So this is still considered a whiskey.
Smoked maple.
Yeah. All right. Because it's like $40. It's not that much.
It's fucking this is like a great winter time. Oh,
really
so good.
Well, my wife's gonna hate me. Hope she's not watching. Heard.
I love this bottle,
dude. I honestly love this Blanton Gold because like it's the first celebratory bottle where I found an MSRP, and then I took my owner to go buy another one, and he comes back and goes, "Open it. We're pouring it now."
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Mike Brock says Knob Creek Maple makes a killer barbecue sauce. Holy shit, I didn't even think about that.
If I'm charged $15 a head to come to my barbecue, yeah.
Oh, Dave, that's really nice of you, Dave. You don't have to do that though. That's really nice of you.
Now, Blanton's Gold, it didn't quite make the list of the topic of this, but the reason why we poured this up is we don't actually have a Blanton's. Believe it or not, out of all the Blantons we have, we don't actually have a Blanton's ready to open anymore. We've been moving Blanton's to get other stuff, but this was another bottle where it's like when I saw this, like they were wanting like $1,000 for this in some of those secondary museum pricing stores. The cheapest one I could find was around that $300-$400 range. And I just think that's absolutely ridiculous that someone would pay that kind of money for this bottle. Now, this is a Euro. This is a 700 milliliter. The flavor profile on this one is not what it's supposed to be. It's very heavy in char and oak. But for me to get a Blanton's Gold, I paid $200 for it. The guy does subscribe to the channel, so if he is watching, I'm not bashing the fact that he helped me get this bottle. I really appreciate that I was able to get this bottle. I was very upset with the flavor profile because it didn't fit what I thought it was going to be. And then after trying Tyler M, Beetlezeus, if he pops up in chat, and then Jeff Jerzo Nation also gave me a store pick of Blanton's Gold, and then I had a regular Blanton's Gold from Tyler. Both were the profiles that I was looking for and expecting with Blanton's Gold. So I know they're out there, and I know they have good bottlings. It's just the one I got was not what I anticipated. So pretty cool to know that, even though they are all single barrels, the quality control between was very different. This one was actually May 22nd. Yeah, May 16th of 2022. So, and it's a Euro bottle, so 700 milliliters.
All right, Dave, I'm doing a 15-18 blend, or excuse me, a 12 and 18 blend. I'm going to make my own makeshift 15 here.
There you go.
Do it.
RJ, is that a smaller blends bottle, or are your hands just super swollen from being sick?
Are you talking about this?
Yeah, it looks like a smaller bottle.
It's a 700 milliliter. It's not a 750, but it's not that small.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. It looks weird on the camera angle.
Okay.
So did everything make it okay?
Yeah, everything. I mean,
dude, that was the sketch. If there's any package I've ever sent in my life, it was that one to you. My wife was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was shoving shit in the corners.
No, that was actually perfect. Nothing even shifted. Like, I'm actually using the bar mat now, so I have my glasses sitting on it while it's on my desk because I'm like, it's perfect. That's rubber. They don't slide. The samples, they all made it just fine too. We got the Doritos liqueur,
the Doritos, baby,
the Muckety Muck 25 year, and then what I'm also really excited for, a short barrel cigar sample from Patch One. So pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, did I write that? That's 120 proof. I don't know if I wrote that on there.
Yeah, you did. And then the bottle. Oh. So the reason why I asked for this bottle is actually because Jeff gave me a sample. So I still have a little bit of a sample left. We got maybe about half an ounce to 3/4 of an ounce left of Bee's Knees. It was a 108 proof store pick. We were like, we need a bottle. So the bottle made it just fine. This one's 111.3 proof. Ooh. I don't think the proofs matter too much. It looks like the variation between proof points is around that 111, 110 proof, maybe 109 on the lowest ends. Without obviously the store picks like from Jeff, all the way up to about 115, 116 proof. And I think Matt has a 114.7 that he picked up from the distillery.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I've got the highest one that they've ever made.
I think it was 114.7 if I remember right.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I keep making fun of Sean. He's so bad. Literally, I grabbed it and then he ducked down and missed it. I was like 2 seconds in front of him.
Oh,
I don't know where that bottle is.
You want to tell TJ the good news?
Actually, TJ was in Discord and I did talk to him earlier.
Oh, so he knows.
Alejandro, what's up, buddy? Doc's here.
Oh,
yeah, Josh, I totally agree. So Clinton Dugan and a gentleman named Sam, I don't know his last name. They're the ones that made that. Clinton was pretty much the main hand in that blend. He blended everything. In fact, he did the label. He did pretty much everything in that bottle. And there's another guy there at the distillery named Sam who was tasting it and giving input as to what to change a little bit. Now, what concerned me a little bit, and I'm really curious when you try that sample, RJ, tell me if you like it or not. I'm in love with that cigar blend. I think it's amazing. Probably one of my favorites. I hope Nancy's not on here, but I really love that cigar blend. It's just, to me, it's beautiful. And I got a little nervous because Clinton said that batch 2, he said it's going to be vastly different from 1. He's like, oh, now I know everything that I did wrong. I'm going to change it. And I'm like, oh, no, but I love that bottle.
Yeah.
All right. I was going to wait for him to send me his email because I forgot his email, but I just went ahead and posted I posted it in chat, Doc. So
you didn't tell TJ?
So I did talk to TJ. I told him what's up. Doc, I know you just texted me. I just went ahead and posted it in chat. You can just click on that link if that works for you. Otherwise, I can't email it if I need to. So talking about favors, 13 Colony 15th anniversary. It's the one bottle I told Jeff, like, I won't ask for Pappy or BTAC because, like, I'm not trying to pull like crazy favors, but this might as well just be as rare to get a 13 Colony 15th anniversary for myself. TJ Jameer has been hanging out in Discord with us for a really long time. Really good friend of ours, always full of knowledge and willing to share. His favorite distillery is Heaven Hill. So his obviously BTAC is Heaven Hill 18. And if you guys have not been keeping track of the market, that bottle moves for about $750, $800 on the low end of secondary, and as high as $1,100 to $1,200 on the high of secondary. It is a $300 MSRP bottle, I believe, maybe $250, and it's damn near impossible to get. And Jeff, with his connections, he's going to have to, bring a bottle or some liquor into the business to sell for the reps to be happy. But we're going to be, in case you guys didn't know, TJ's now going to be a client. That's how we're able to get this bottle. He's not just a customer and a guest. He's he's part of the business now. So we are working on that connection. Jeff is working on that connection to pull a Heaven Hill 18 at MSRP for Mr. TJ to literally make his freaking dreams. So TJ putting Jeff the GOAT, because that's like a bottle he's literally ready to sell 5, 6, 7 allocated bottles to even afford to have a chance to buy this bottle. And now he's not going to have to do that anymore. So I'm super excited for what Jeff has going for him. I mean, he's now the general manager of the Rack House, which big things coming. Hopefully part ownership is coming. And then obviously the Rack House, they want this store to open up and run rampant and destroy the market up there. And then at that point, they will talk about expanding and even opening multiple locations. So maybe, Jeff needs to get a new house. Who's to say they can't open one near my house and make Jeff move further south so we can do more collaborations? Sorry for being selfish.
Yeah. No, it's a hard thing. It's not a guarantee yet, but I just had to order a Casa Dragones Blanco and give them 2 placements on the menu, the new menu that we talk about on Thursday. But we should be able to make it happen, because they were like, I told them, I was like, just set the meeting up, because
and I told them it wasn't a guarantee, but I said it's definitely in the works, and it's definitely a serious in the works. It's not just a theoretical bubble.
No, it is. They were like, does he want one? And like, okay, but do you really want one? I was like, yeah.
Yes.
And they're like, okay, cool. Well, can you please bring in the Casa Dragones? I'm like, sure. I hate tequila.
Yeah. Well, but tequila will sell itself. What I've learned is that people, when they come into a bar restaurant and they order a top shelf margarita, you got the top shelf, and then you guys get the ones that come in there and they're like, I want the premium. I want the best that you freaking have. Whatever the most expensive tequila is, that's what I want. And I'm like, okay, it's going in a margarita, dude. Like, we're going to water this down and sugar it up, but sure. If that's how you want it, we'll make it however you want it, sir. Yes, sir.
$120 margarita at this point.
Yeah, but hey, if that's what they want, I'm all about it.
Me too.
But it's just crazy to think on where I started this whiskey journey and the bottles that we had. Like I've had now Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare. I say Blanton's Gold, just Blanton's in general. Old Forester 1920, and we're talking about like the most coveted bottles that people literally hunt sometimes a lifetime for. And I have one on the table because I do plan on drinking this tonight. My very first BTAC bottle, Thomas H. Shandy. We've done some absolute damage to this thing. We got about a quarter of a bottle left. We still have the paper on it. Not just the paper. We actually kept the receipt too. So we purchased this bottle on December 23rd for $189.99. We also bought 2 monsters at $229 a piece because we were going to work that day, not expecting to buy a BTAC bottle. So our grand total out the door cost with tax was $210.62 for 2 Monster Zeros and the very first BTAC bottle I've ever been able to get. I was so happy. I didn't care how bad work was going to be that day. There was nothing that could make me upset after getting my very first BTAC bottle. And people say, there's certain bottles you should keep for yourself and enjoy for yourself. Like, you should savor them. I've done the exact opposite. I've shared so many pours this bottle that I've done so much damage from sharing samples because it's just a bottle, guys. It's just whiskey. Like, honestly, it's the conversation starter. Now, obviously, it has some sentimental value to me, but at the end of the day, it's a bottle of liquor, guys. Like, if you're going to start crying over some spilt alcohol, that's one thing. But if you're going to cry over some alcohol being drank and enjoyed by other people, like, that's a whole nother game.
Yeah, but
Matt just spilled a Glencairn, so he can attest. I can cry over the spilt Glen, but I'm not going to cry if I shared a pour with somebody and they really thoroughly enjoyed it. So
Well, that being said, because I know RJ, I know your thing, and I know and you know my thing. But Matt, like for your kids, do you have like a special bottle pulled away for them to like celebrate a wedding or their 21st or whatever it is? Do you have any of those?
I do.
Okay, I'm really curious to what they are because I'm just gonna throw all mine away now after you tell me. But
You're gonna throw yours away? No, mine are stupid. Mine are stupid. The holiday select I showed you, that's one of them. When my son has his first kid, I'm pulling out that really probably crappy holiday select, but it's a sentimental
Super
bottle to
dusty
me.
Jack Daniels bottle. I respect it.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, there are a couple that I would do that with, but I'm kind of teetering into RJ's camp. I've been really enjoying giving out samples more than I've been
yeah,
having the bottles. Like on the last couple of shows, giving out all these samples has been more fun to give people opportunities to have things that they may never see or may never have. I think
I
that's
just don't
more
have enough
enjoyable.
boxes.
Yeah, I know. I'm spending so much money on those stupid little bottles and 5x5x5 boxes now.
So is that the size you use? Is 5x5x5?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because I don't have sample boxes. I got one in the mail the other day because someone had sent me stuff. But I'm like, I have 2 packages that need to go out, but I don't have boxes to put them in. So I'm like, what size do I order for samples? Because I have one for single and double bottles, but I don't have anything for samples.
Yeah, you can fit 4 2 ounces with bubble wrap in a 5x5x5.
That's perfect because I only send
Yeah.
sample packs of 4 unless otherwise
Yeah.
stated. I'll add additional stuff. When I add additional stuff, I normally up the box and I'll put a bunch of stuff in it. So
Yeah.
I always reuse boxes, guys. So anytime I get sent something, I always drink and enjoy it. Speaking of reusing, Bourbon School, let me double check right now with Pirate Shipping. You have a package that is on the way, and I'm hoping that it gets delivered. Obviously, we're super far away. It has not been delivered, but funny enough, I literally got the box from Bourbon School. I opened it up, and by the time I opened it up and took what was out, I put my stuff that I wanted to send back to Brian in the same box and literally just slapped a new label on it and sent it back.
So the box that I sent you, RJ, that was courtesy of the Hard Truth bottle that came in the same day. That's why it has that. Yeah, that's why I had that flat shape in the box. I was like, all right,
I just find it hilarious that like I didn't even give that box time to set it on the floor before I started repacking it. Yep. But I got the great idea from someone else, and I didn't do it because I thought that was scummy. But they said, "Why pay for shipping? Just put return to sender."
Oh, damn.
I paid for shipping. But how funny would that have been to do return to sender and send them back a box with new stuff in it?
I mean, that's with Gunners and Carl's trades when we got the single barrels of the Weller. Like Gunner sent me some stuff in the box, and I shipped it to Carl.
What's up, Brian? Just noticed Brian was here.
Yeah, Brian, your package should be delivered in the next couple days. I don't want to check it while we're on stream, but you're the last person that I have something that's out and about right now that we're waiting to make sure that hits home. But I'm excited because I get excited when I get samples, guys. The stuff that you guys send me, do not think that it goes unappreciated. It might be a long time before I open it because I have a ton of samples. But as soon as I open it up and I try it, and this is where I get really scared because Matt really wants me to try this muckety muck. This shit's sitting in my specs. So if I really like this, I might be spending more money than I should just to buy this bottle. Because when I try samples, if I try something that's exceptional, an example that I did buy and capitalize on, Dave Vogelsang, he's the one who sent me the Willet Weeded 8-year, that black bottle with the purple top. Mm-hmm. I fell in love with that, and I had to buy a bottle of that. And I can thank Dave Vogelsang not just for the whiskey, but the relationship I made with Tyler. So if Beetlejuice is in chat, Tyler M., I would have never met Tyler if it wasn't for Dave Vogelsang sending me a sample of that Willet Weeded 8-year. And then I wanted to get a bottle that's so freaking bad. Tyler had a bottle, and he made and reached out to me through Facebook. And I actually went, and the first time I ever met Tyler was at his house, and he cooked like a full-on barbecue meal for me. I know it's super weird. I normally don't meet people the first time at their house. Spent like 7-8 hours with the dude. We had a ton of pours. I was able to get this Willet Weeded. We did our exchange because we had an agreed upon trade for that bottle. And I was like, man, I just made like a lifelong friend right here off of me just trying a sample from Dave Vogelsang, enjoying it so much that I had to have this fear of missing out. I had to go get this freaking bottle. And then I met someone local to me that we now share pours. Celebrated him and just having his kid. Still looking for a bottle for him, for his kid, for his son's birthday. So Asher, we're trying to get a bottle of Blanton's that'll have that dump date on there. So we got that going on. We do have someone else to add to the stream now. So our fourth and final character to this long episode, Mr. Doc Martinez.
Hey, how's it going?
How's
it going, guys?
What's up, Doc? What's up, Alejandro?
Not much. How y'all doing? Having a good time.
Having a good time. We're talking about, some of the past things that we kind of got us excited about whiskey. I mean, some of the first pours I've ever had, stuff I overpaid for because I had the fear of missing out. I had to get the allocated bottles, and kind of how I don't touch them anymore. And we're trying to go back and drink some of those, but also talk about the relationships and friends and the pours we've had along the way to get to where I'm at today.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I've been listening for a while. I was just doing. I had to pack up some like you guys were talking about packages. I was doing some packaging to get out that I needed to get out.
You got to make time for that, man. People want their stuff and they get excited when they win a giveaway. You got to help deliver. So I keep a list on my desktop.
See, I need to start doing that more because most of it's in my head or on pieces of paper, and I'm looking for that sheet of paper, and I need to make a list.
So I have a notepad that's saved as giveaway winners on my desktop, and anytime someone wins something, we're like, if I do giveaways too, like for Matt on his stream. Yeah. Matt had a stream, and I said, add my Old Forester giveaway to that. He did it, and he said, okay, Keith P is the winner of that. So I add that immediately to my notepad so I don't forget, and I put out to the side from Whiskey Wisdom to Keith P. So I know I'm giving this for Whiskey Wisdom to Keith P, because people, when they win something, they get super excited. And the only thing that can really get them that upset, and he didn't say anything earlier, but I know we were talking about just a little bit ago, Mr. Great Shot is looking for an each tailored bottle that was promised to him that we just didn't, it got juggled around. That's why I make the note to where that doesn't happen, because when you get excited, you want it as soon as possible. So when people win giveaways, I really do try to get those out promptly and get them to them quickly, because they have that excitement built up. I love the community and love the giving and the sharing, but to do it quickly is also, like, to me, more important as well.
Yeah, it's hard for me sometimes to get it out as quick as I would like, just because scheduling and all that. But I try to.
I don't have enough sample bottles and boxes.
That sometimes happens, and I reuse boxes all the time. Like I heard you say, I like to reuse boxes as I can. But I also have a whole set of brand new boxes that if I don't have it, I have a box to send it with as well. The only one I don't have, like when I have to do doubles, I don't have any boxes for doubles, so I have to wait till I get a double box, and then that's usually one that takes me a little bit longer. And that's what I was doing.
So 16 by 10 by 6 will do 2.
That's good to know. I'll ask you later so I can order some of those. I can have those, but it's
and something really cool. And this is for you guys that do, like, especially Matt as well. If you have a lot of stuff that you got to send out and you're like, man, I don't want to go to the UPS store with 20 boxes on Pirate Ship, you can schedule a pickup. And as long as it's a day or two out and it's at a reasonable time and it's not a holiday, for $4.25, they will come to your house to pick them up. And I put, knock at door. And then I have them in my garage. So when they come up to the house, I just open the garage door and I help them load them. I loaded 16 packages the other day because I'm like, I'm not going to ask him to load all 16 packages. But my thing is I had that much stuff going out.
Crazy.
He didn't ask any questions. I just helped him load them. But I said, hey, sorry, I have so many packages. We did a charity live stream event, and I'm just trying to help get everybody their stuff. Like, we were super excited. We raised a ton of money. Everybody was happy. Now it's time for these guys to reap their benefits, their rewards for their donations. So it was really cool. And I've made good friends with my UPS guy now. In fact, I just talked to him today when Matt's package got dropped off. I said, hey man, where have you been? He's like, what do you mean? I said, well, I've had 2 different UPS drivers in my neighborhood. And I said, you weren't here on both those days. He's like, I'm going to talk to someone about that. He's like, I always like delivering to this house. And I was like, man, that's freaking awesome. I have a relationship with the UPS guy. And the fact that he didn't even know someone else was on his route delivering packages, he's like, I'm upset now. I was like, this is my route.
That's so funny. But the crazy thing, like, I guess in yours they have routes, but in mine, I can get 3 UPS packages in one day, all from different drivers, And now they also have like those vans that will go drop off stuff that's not even the UPS. Like I guess they hire secondary or whatever, and they'll come drop off things at the door as well. I was trying to join the chat to talk on the chat, but it won't let me, so I don't know why. So sorry guys if I don't chat on the comment box. It doesn't let me for some reason.
So it's funny. Okay. Funny you say that, Doc, because I was a UPS driver for 5 years. And, I'm so glad that none of you got me as your UPS driver. I hated my life. But it's funny you say that. So you get 3 UPS drivers. That means that your little hub where all your packages come to are so disorganized that they have what's called late call packages. So when all the drivers leave, They have a bunch of boxes left over, and it's all the scrub drivers. They don't pay a lot. They'll grab them packages and they'll just run around from house to house to house. So it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, because I see that where, I have 3 packages coming in the same day and 3 different drop-offs. So I believe it. I believe that's what it is. I mean, there's unorganized.
You're welcome, For Reals.
So
sorry, go ahead, Doc.
That's
sorry,
Thunderclap, by the way, in Discord. If you wanted to know, Matt.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry, Doc. I just wanted. To
I did my first pour. I just did I heard you guys talking about the Rebecca Creek. I just got this not that long ago. It's such a good pour. I do really enjoy it. I know Matt the other day didn't on his first live stream back didn't like it as much, right, Matt? You had your didn't you?
I know you're not talking about me. No,
he loved it.
That's the trash pallet Troy. Troy is like, I don't like that bottle. He's like,
I misunderstood. I thought it was saying you didn't like it. You're having your buddy try it to show that you didn't like. It's not really that good. And I hadn't had it yet, so I tried it that night, and I was like, "This is good." I don't know what they're talking about. I like it.
Well, right. Yeah. Well, hold on a second. Hold on.
Love it.
Trash pallet. Didn't capture the audio, but that's funny.
Yeah, that's because of Trash Pallet Troy. Everybody loves that bottle except him. He's got to be the different one. It's a beautiful pour. I love that bottle.
It is good.
Yeah, it is a good pour. So I decided that's what I'll have tonight. But
we were also talking about it. You don't have to have a pour of it, Doc, but just out of curiosity, when you first started getting into whiskey and drinking it neat, I know you're famous, obviously, for old fashioned, hence old fashioned ways. Yeah. But what was one of the first bottles or 2 or 3 bottles that you've had, whether it was allocated or not, that you got really excited about, and then you got them and you drank them and you really enjoyed them, but you haven't really gone back to them, or you don't really think about them too often? They're on your shelf. You have them, or you haven't bought them because you passed by them in the store. Now you don't even look at them. So what do you have on that list?
You're gonna call me a big tater, right? Because I talked about it before. The first whiskey that I ever had that was neat, that I actually enjoyed drinking, I got them here because I knew we were going to mention that. Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare was actually my first neat pour that I really enjoyed. Like, it was the first time I had a sip that didn't burn my throat. Now this wouldn't even tickle my throat, but that didn't burn it, that I could taste the flavors. And I said, wait, there's got to be something more to this, So that was the first pour. Then we happened to go to New Orleans during that time, and we went to a restaurant, and my father-in-law was ordering a whiskey, and he wanted something on the rocks. And the guy said, I'll give it to you on the rocks, but I first want you to try it neat before you do it. And then if you still need a rock, I'll bring you a rock for it, right? Or I'm sorry, unneat. Right?
Unneat. We're going to unneat your pour. Let me unneat.
So I need to unneat it. And so the second one is a big tater one too. And so of course it was
Blanton's. Yeah.
So those
I put
were
Blanton's up because I'm afraid to
open
it because it's Jeff's bottle for his daughter, but we have a Blanton's Gold as the substitute for right now.
So that was it. And I pass these up a lot because they do, they do come up every once in a while in the area. But this year I'm actually gonna start buying more of them. I think they're good gifts. I think they're good giveaways. I think they're good for all that stuff. So, and there's a lot of people that can't get them. And now that, I know that there's people that want to get them, I'm just going to start. If they offer it to me, I'll buy it, keep it on my shelf. And if somebody wants to trade or somebody needs it, then I'll do that with somebody,
Yeah, because I pass on Eagle Rare. I'll pass on a Blanton's. I will not pass on Eagle Rare. Like, if it comes below that $50, I'm buying it all day. Because like you said, Doc, it's a great gift. It's a great thing of, hey, you've never had it. You can't get it in your area. Absolutely.
Jeff, have you seen this?
Are you ready to unneat your pour?
Yeah, I'm ready to unneat it.
All right, here you go, Jeff. Oh man, why does it got to start with the tab?
I don't know. I hate that.
Just play it all the way through and let it play again. It's fine. You don't have to refresh. Just play it twice.
All right. Sorry. Can you hear the audio?
Is that what you...
Listen to this, Jeff.
I'm never saying On the Rocks again, ever.
Whiskey neat versus whiskey unneat review.
Sorry,
whiskey neat versus whiskey unneat review.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Whiskey unneat.
So speaking of Eagle Rare, because you had made the comment about the Blantons and him bringing out an ice cube to put in the drink if you didn't like it.
Yeah.
My very first impressions of Eagle Rare, one was not a store pick. It was just regular Eagle Rare, but it was actually over ice. Was the very first time I ever had Eagle Rare. I had 2 pours. It was at a hotel bar for my buddy's wedding. And after that, I went on a crazy covert mission to find some freaking Eagle Rare and buy a bottle. My very first bottle of Eagle Rare I ever bought was a store pick, which is why I have the store pick to showcase. Yeah. Unbelievable price. I paid $90 for my first Eagle Rare store pick. I got absolutely shafted.
Hey, you know what though? If you enjoyed it and it's a memory for you, $90 is worth it, right?
Well,
$90 is
that's
worth
why
it.
we're gonna fresh crack this bad boy next, the Weller 107, because we didn't just buy an Eagle Rare store pick for 90. We bought an each Taylor small batch for 110, and on the
Oh.
same trip, we also bought a Weller Antique 107 for $200.
Oh,
Let's do it, boys. Although
hold
I
on, let me get a glass.
I gotta flex just a tad.
He's got the store pick.
Just a little flex.
All
What are the? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Rocktar went to bed, so he's asleep. He's not going to see me fresh crack this 107 we promised him.
That's too funny.
You got one, Doc?
Yeah, I got one.
All right, let's wait for Doc. I'll just let mine decant.
I'm going to pour it up and let it sit.
Yeah, I only got a little bit left on that one.
RJ, I was so disappointed, man. I was talking to you the whole week. You're like, man, I got the whole week off. I'm going to be on your whole stream. Stream starts. You're like, going to bed. I'm like, damn.
Dude, I was sick. I couldn't even stay awake. But then when I was trying to sleep, I was like, damn, I can't even fall asleep. I'm like, I'm so excited that Matt from Whiskey Wisdom's live right now. I'm going to watch this live stream from bed. I'm not going to participate in the Kahoot game because we're already sick. I'm not going to try to get angry that I'm losing.
Did you hear what I said about the Kahoot game?
No.
Okay, so we did. It was the Kahoot topic was.
Oh no, I did hear part of it. You made a comment about how you're going to make one specifically for me, so I have the best chance of winning.
Yeah, if you lost, I was going to do the next Kahoot game on Texas, so then you'd have a fighting chance.
And I told you, I said I think I'm too young for the crowd, man. I just don't have the knowledge you guys have. I haven't been around long enough to compete at these trivia games. I suck at trivia for one. The problem I have is Matt does these Kahoot games, and I always joined them, and I would be, top of the podium or second or third on the podium for the first 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rounds even. And then after that, it's like from the 9th round on, we go on an absolute effing losing streak where we're just missing every question. And we go from the top of the podium and we're like, you're now 15th place, 140 points behind Jeff from Drizzo Nation. And I was like, well, we have no coming back even during the double points, so we might as well just go ahead and exit this game and go ahead and cut our losses now.
That's too funny.
Shadow, that game was amazing. It was the entire game. First place and second place was alternating Adam and Laura. The whole game. It was so amazing.
And that's what I hate about it, because I was watching it and I was on my phone and I didn't want to click on the game. I thought it'd take me to the live stream, but I've been doing this for 16 years. I literally answered everything before you finished the damn sentence, and I'm like, man, fuck.
So Doc,
see, that's the other thing too. If you guys ever join Matt from Whiskey Wisdom's live stream, they're normally on Friday nights. He does the Kahoot game. They do prizes and giveaways for that Kahoot game for first, second, and third. He used to do fourth and fifth for merch as well. I don't know if we're still going to get back into that. He just got his monetization back for his channel, so congratulations, Matt, for monetization.
Sure.
That's freaking awesome. Shouldn't have never lost it in the first place. Screw YouTube on that one. But that being said, the Kahoot game trivia, if that's your thing, you're a little older than me, maybe you'll have a better chance, because I some of the questions I do know, but then after that I don't know. So even though I can be the first to answer and I can be the first every time, if you don't get them right, you lose points.
I mean, to me,
that's right.
I do you to the demonetization club. I know you don't do the same kind of content I do, but I got demonetized probably about 4 or 5 months. And
it freaking hurts.
So welcome.
Well, it's the way they do it. It's so devastating too, because I worked so hard on the channel. I mean, there was a time where I was doing a short every single day and 3 videos a week, right?
You were excited.
Built the channel up, everything was going great, and then boom, you lose monetization. And I was just like, God, I don't want to do I'm giving YouTube content for free at this point.
Yeah.
And then it was once a week I got hit with another email. Boom, you've lost being able to put links in your description. Boom, you've lost this. I'm like, God, fuck you, YouTube. Holy shit.
They took down a million view video that would have skyrocketed me into 50,000 subscribers. They took away monetization. They actually stole my super chats for that month. They actually $450 in super chats.
They stole the money from Matt too.
Yeah, well, so the same thing happened to me. I had a really big Halloween stream, and a lot of people donated, and I never got the money from it. And then when tax time came, I was trying to find my 1099 from YouTube because I'd made enough money from super chats and stuff. And I couldn't even get to my 1099 because they had disabled all my AdSense. And so I had to figure out a way to contact YouTube, which is a nightmare. Finally got around to contacting somebody. He walked me through how to get the 1099. And I asked him, I was like, what the hell happened to all the money? Because I never got it. And I can't verify this, but he claims that it got refunded back to the people. So it didn't? Yeah, well.
I didn't get refunded, and I know for a fact I donated during that stream because I won one of your giveaways.
Yeah.
That's why I kept harping you on chat, because you never sent me a sample of this, and then you're always like, oh, I sent your samples. The ones that we had promised, one of them was Blanton's Gold. I went on my way to get a bottle of it eventually. But that was a stream where it's like I had won that giveaway, and I was like, I was so pissed, and I hurt really bad for you when I heard that. I was like, damn, this is crazy. So if you guys didn't know all the background, and I'm going to share a little bit more details that Matt shared with me, because I know he won't care if I share this part. When you get monetized, you get a partnership with YouTube. You get a direct contact to YouTube. Well, when you're not a partner, you no longer have that contact. So they didn't even have an ability for him to reach out to YouTube and ask, what did I do wrong? How do I fix this? How do I correct this? They didn't get an email because guess what? That contact line is severed. He's no longer a partner. So why do they have to have contact with him? So he's high and dry. He has no idea what the hell he did. He's like, do I delete everything? Do I just delete the last like month or two's worth of videos? Because obviously something hit it. Like what red flagged it? And we don't know. We still don't know. And that's why you saw Matt from Whiskey Wisdom channel go completely dark. Everything was removed, all unlisted. And we've slowly started seeing him add stuff back because we don't know. And the fact that they just didn't demonetize him for 30 days, it was like, what, 3 to 6 months?
Yeah, I'll share a little bit more. So I posted a video on my Patreon, and I'll talk about it publicly now because I don't care as much. What I can tell you is the day that it happened to me, when I got the email from YouTube saying your channel's been demonetized, it happened to tens of thousands and thousands of YouTubers that day, that hour, that second. It wasn't just me. And the reason I know that is because I went to Twitter, and Twitter will do like trending hashtags. There was a trending hashtag like YouTube demonetization or something. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And so I clicked on it, and I found a massive YouTuber. I'd never heard of him before. I don't know what videos he does, but he had something like 5 million subscribers. And he posted a video and said, hey, what the hell? I just lost my monetization. I have no idea why, because YouTube won't tell you. And in fact, I wish I still had the email. I could probably find it. The email literally says, not verbatim, but it does say this. It says, we are not going to tell you what video is the problem. You have to figure it out. You have to delete it. And if you don't delete it, then you'll never get monetization back ever, right? And there was something else that was even more annoying about it was, you can appeal their decision, but if you appeal it, you can't delete any of your videos. It's like the stupidest catch-22 thing ever. So anyways, I was watching the guy on Twitter who made a video who the exact same thing happened to him that happened to me, but he was big enough that YouTube cared. They were like, oh, we fucked up. We screwed up a big guy, right? And so YouTube replied to him on Twitter and said, hey, we're going to call you. And I'm like, oh, that must be nice.
Yeah. Imagine having enough clout that they actually call you instead of just severing your communication.
So thank God to him, because he actually posted a follow-up video. And just to give you an idea of how differently YouTube treats big YouTubers versus little, like big YouTubers live by different rules than little YouTubers do.
Yeah.
Sort of like in politics, like there's so much corruption. If you're a politician, you get away with it. But if you're not, anyways, so he said that what they had told him was he had posted a video that wasn't classified as fair use. And they told him the exact video that was the problem. So he deleted it, and they waived his 90-day probation period and brought him immediately back into monetization. And I was like, well, that must be fucking nice. So I knew that it was at least some video that I had that for some reason had
violated the terms of service.
What I suspect, so fair use, for those of you guys who don't know, this is a big thing. That's long before WhiskeyTube. That's been going on YouTube. And there's actually another YouTube channel called H3. I don't know if anybody's heard of them. I don't like their channel anymore. But back in the day, they were like the very first people that fought fair use, and they had like a judge make a decision on it. So there's actually precedence on fair use now. So what was happening was like people will do a YouTube channel and they'll put on like The Matrix, and then they'll put like a little video of themselves in the corner and not say anything and just play the whole movie, and they try to claim that's fair use, and where they're just broadcasting The Matrix. So fair use, you have to modify the content, the original content, more than 51% of the video. So like if you're going to do a review on The Matrix, 51% of the video has to be you talking or you changing the movie enough that it becomes fair use, and it's different enough to where you avoid copyright law. Okay. That's very quick cliff note of what fair use is. So I suspect what happened. This is my guess. And all of my videos, so I suspect it was a short that got me, because all of my shorts, like the short you just saw, like neat or unneat, right? So is that 50% me talking? I don't know. Maybe I would say so. I'm kind of like reacting to a video, right? But there was one video that I had that I didn't react to at all, and it was that samurai video, if you remember that.
And that's the reason you taught me that too. You actually told me about shorts, and you told me how to do all this, and I learned it. And I realized when you had said that, and I got fearful, I deleted them because I realized the way YouTube and the algorithm works. I was actually shadow banned. I wasn't banned, but I was shadow banned because I wasn't partnered. I wasn't monetized. But the goal that you were using on pushing these shorts that get these crazy views, the whole fair use, like obviously it was no longer fair use. We were literally just plagiarizing someone else's content. Realistically, I'm not stealing it as if it's my own. I'm still giving credit to the owner of it. So I'm not stealing it. I'm not really plagiarizing it, but more so just sharing it as if it was my own. And that's what YouTube didn't like. So the whole where I talk about, what is it, ass or tits that the girl says, and I said, Blanton, single barrel bourbon. That's more than 50% me.
See,
but the samurai video was more than 50% of the samurai and less of me talking about it.
Right. And I suspect that was probably the problem.
It was.
And
that samurai video was super freaking cool, though.
it was cool. But and the problem, though, is like you don't really know, right? And if you reapply and you get denied, then you get thrown into the abyss of like you're never going to be accepted again. So what do? Your only option is, okay, I'm just going to delete a bunch of shit. And when you delete videos, you lose like any views. Like my channel used to have like millions and millions of views, and now it's gone because when you delete a video, you lose those views.
Yeah.
And so I had to delete a bunch of stuff because I wasn't sure. And then on the stream before the Bourbon Hutch, I was like in the YouTube studio doing a bunch of stuff, and I noticed that the button was blue for reapply, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about this, and I just clicked it. Within an hour, they were like, accepted. I was like, fuck.
Hell yeah. You texted me. You were so excited too.
I did. I texted you.
I'm back,
I was like, yeah, man.
Well, see, that's the big problem with YouTube. And, I'm thankful that you guys accepted me, part of the bourbon YouTube world. It's clearly not what my channel's about. I'm not going to throw anything on it, because RJ stream, but I'm on a whole different world. And every time I upload a YouTube video, automatically flagged. And I have to wait 24 to 48 hours before it gets approved. So every single time I put a video up, it's honestly like I've been busy at work, but I've got 2 videos I got to do this week. And I know for a fact, as soon as I put them out in private, without even putting them to the public, they're going to be flagged
immediately.
Where I'm not earning YouTube revenue except for premium members, which no one pays for that. So, and I got to wait 48 hours and then I can release it so I can get the full viewer count. I get the full amount of money for it.
Yeah. Have a good
night,
Chili.
I have Shadow's comment highlighted because I want you guys to understand this. This is definitely for Matt from Whiskey Wisdom while he was demonetized, let alone while he is monetized.
But,
Jeff,
I just want to say one more thing real quick. So, I did change that video. What I did do is I added a bunch of information about where the bar was, what it was, who the guy was, why this was happening. So there was text information on the video. I felt it was enough, but I don't know. I guess YouTube disagreed, and I think YouTube wouldn't have cared. And this is another thing too. I think the reason why it became a problem is because that video got like 10 million views on my channel. It went viral. Yeah, it went viral.
Yeah, it wasn't just a couple thousand views or 100,000 views. It was millions. I saw it and I was like, "Holy crap! Let me listen to Matt from Whiskey Wisdom and figure out what he's doing because apparently I'm doing it wrong." And what was even crazier was not the views. You showed me the subscribers you gained off that short, and you're like, I gained 1.2 thousand subscribers off this short alone. I was like, well, what am I doing wrong? Like, I need to do some shorts.
So I learned some things about that too, and I'll tell you guys this too. For anybody starting a YouTube channel, you don't want short subscribers because they're there for the shorts. They don't watch your long forms. They don't care about your long forms. And if you're trying to do a long form channel, gaining short subscribers is worthless. What I did learn though is when you upload a short, there's a button. You scroll all the way to the bottom, and you go to advanced. Scroll down again. There's a checkbox. And you uncheck it, and it says, send this to my subscriber feed. You uncheck it. It's like the best decision you can ever make for your channel. It shows it to people who aren't your
new
subscribers.
viewers.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. No, that's what we've learned how to do. It's just a pain because I was like you, Matt. You know, I put out 2 or 3 shorts a day, and I put out probably 4 or 5 videos a week just going over the things that I went over. And I was all about it. And man, when that thing hit 1.2 million views, and I gained like, I don't know, 2,000 subscribers, I lost my mind. You know, I told my wife, I was like, I'm going to quit work. Like,
Yeah, I don't have to work anymore. Like, YouTube's going to take care of the bills.
Yeah, like we can do anything. And then when they took it down and demonetized me, like it just it shunted me. And it's funny because when I post bourbon stuff now,
Carlos, hey Carlos.
I have more active viewers, but when I post my other content, which I won't talk about because I'm not on my stream, you know, it's my main supporters of that.
And that's it. Yeah, just your main supporters. Yeah.
So
to answer 2 questions from the comments, Shadow was talking about YouTube wouldn't refund the payments for that Halloween stream. He said that's why he doesn't do super chats. He uses Venmo. The reason why I have Venmo and PayPal in the description, and why Matt from Whiskey Wisdom for his giveaways also have that in his like scrolling chat bar, is the fees for YouTube super chats
are so bad.
If I send you $10, Jeff, how much do you get?
I get $7.
But
30% off the top right there.
You haven't even mentioned the other part that's bad about super chats.
Yeah, I know.
30% off the top is taken away immediately before anything else happens.
What's the other bad part, RJ? Come on.
I still have to pay
well, taxes too, but there's a threshold. You don't even get that money unless
you
you
don't collect your money from your channel. So if your channel's monetized, they don't pay you every month until you exceed $100. So until you exceed $100, that's when they'll send you. So they'll hold it in like a bank balance account. So like, let's say I get like $89 one month, and then the next month we get, another $9. So we're not quite over that $100 mark. Then the third month we push over the $100 mark. Then we'll finally get that paycheck for $100.
So you're floating all your business expenses for like 3 months.
Now I will say this: the only reason that for me personally, for what I do, is the only reason that I prefer super chats over Venmo is because I can actually write it off.
Yeah.
Venmo, I can't justify a write-off unless you put the exact reason in there, and that's a nightmare.
I just like having the Venmo because even though I can't write it off, it's a direct money to my account, and it'll become an issue maybe in the future. But that's the super chat answer to Venmo. The second question I wanted to answer is Ryan Haley asked, "Let me know how much you like the Weller Antique 107 more than the Blanton's Gold."
I like it.
I love Weller 107 over Blanton's Gold. Specifically when I'm talking about my Blanton's Gold that's super oaked and charred versus a regular 107. Now, if you were going to ask me that same question with the sample I had from Jeff's store pick Blanton's Gold versus Weller 107, the store pick Blanton's Gold is definitely superior. But then the other factor that I have to play in on how is it that much better is the price. 107, pretty hard to find in Texas. Secondary, 110 out the door. Blanton's Gold, also pretty hard to find in Texas, but $250 for secondary pricing. I got mine for $200. I got lucky, but mine's a euro, 700 milliliter, and it still had box and bag, but the box and bag was from the Specs drop. That's a whole nother argument. The Blanton's Gold is still kind of beat out on cost versus value by the 107 on that aspect. But for me, it kind of depends on the night. I like the 107 proof, and then the Blanton's Gold, if you guys didn't know, most, if not all, are 103 proof. Is that right?
Yeah.
I can find
103 proof.
Blanton's Gold more easy than Antique 107. I never see Antique 107 here.
I don't see either. And if I do, like
I don't
I
either.
was talking about it earlier, the Blanton's gold that I saw that was in the museum, they wanted $1,000 for it. I just laughed.
Holy
at
crap! Yeah,
it.
yeah.
drink
I
some,
in my area, I never see it in my area. I mean, I either trade or get online or auctions is where I get them usually.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna drink some.
by sheer luck, find that Blanton's gold for $123.99. Like, I built a relationship. We invited the GM of Goody Goody to the drop at Rack House, free food for him and his wife. So, yeah, he was going to give up 2 bottles out of the bag for me and one of my owners. But, like, I don't consider that something I get every day. And obviously, I know what all these bottles cost more than anybody because I have them on my computer because I buy them daily. And so for me, it's more of a pissed off mark when I walk into stores. Like today when I got that Old Forester single barrel store pick. He's like, oh, 200 for the Jack 10. I said, bro, you know who I am, dude. This is kind of BS.
Yeah.
Like it pisses me off more than most people because I know how much I pay for them.
Yeah.
And, at the very most, like if he would have said, hey, man, I'll give you the Jack 10 for 140, I probably would have, just to be honest.
You probably would have what? You might
Bought it. He would have bought it.
Oh, bought it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I probably would have paid for it.
So live from the patio, I have coworkers that they tell me that I should have a TikTok as well, which I do have a TikTok. I don't post content on there. I don't advertise it. Had several $100s on TikTok and they banned us and took our money. I have a coworker that got hired on at the exact same time I did to do what I do right now. And he went viral, like super viral. Like he is a big airsoft guy. I don't know if you guys know what airsoft is. They shoot little pellets. And they have competitions where it's like Mill Sims where they're going around running and gunning with airsoft. And he shows off some of his fancy like Gucci guns. Some of those guns for airsoft are way more expensive than actual firearms, which is freaking crazy. But he had millions of subscribers or followers, as TikTok calls them, and millions of views and thousands of comments on almost any and all of his videos, to where he was bringing in about $4,000 to $5,000 per video, not per month, per video.
Well, to be honest,
the guy was making it big time, and they banned his account. So he made another account. He's still pushing the same content, but TikTok definitely ate up a lot of his consumer base. I mean, this guy had 117 or 118 million followers at one point, and now he has like maybe 150, 200,000 last time I checked.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, and you talk about it, won't go too in depth with it, but like, when it comes to like, Doc and Matt, like they put out like quality content that's edited. They have their spliffs, their walkthroughs, all that kind of stuff. And then you have people like you and me who just do uncut, unfiltered, right? At the end of the day, and I'll say it one time, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, even Rumble. I have a Rumble channel. It's the stupidest thing ever. Don't go watch it.
Russ used to push Rumble a lot.
And I did a lot of that on there. But I'll tell you right now, the content they push that makes the most money doesn't help anybody in their life. It's the most random crap that doesn't mean anything. If it's anything that revolves around knowledge, success, intelligence, learning, like that, they don't want that. That's why I got demonetized. I was talking about,
Weller Special Reserve.
But yeah, they don't want to push the knowledge base of learning something. Like that's why we get demonetized. That's why we get our stuff pushed off the air. It's the crap. Like, dude, if I was to go do dumb dances or review kids' toys,
dances.
Hey, RJ, are you doing any giveaways tonight?
I
can. I wasn't planning on it because I don't have any boxes right now.
Well, I was just saying, like everybody's talking about the Weller, right? The 107. I'll give away a 2-ounce sample. Do we all want to do that giveaway? Because there's so many people out there that don't have a. I have a bottle up there. I'll open it and pass out a 2-ounce sample if you want to do that.
You have another bottle?
I should.
Yeah,
I should.
I mean, if anything, I can cover. I got a fresh crack that I just did. I can.
I don't.
I have to.
But I don't have any store picks on 107. I've never had a store pick on that, or even on the Eagle Rare. I've never had a store pick. So I don't know what the.
I've had a sample of a store pick 107 from Tyler, and like, man, that was a pretty good freaking pour.
We'll do it.
Doc, you should have joined the last stream because I gave away 2 of these bad boys, and in fact, your boy the Don Vogelsang won these.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, when was that one? I thought it was. I saw the last one. I didn't get to see this new one because I was in seeing my grandkids and I was babysitting that night, so I didn't get to watch it.
I don't know. I don't know when I do my streams. Do you know, RJ? I'm not sure when they are.
Yeah, it was. I know it was Friday, but I
Might
didn't
just
watch
be on
it.
Friday nights,
Is
you
it
know.
Friday? Okay. All right.
So you want to do that? You want to go a 2-ounce pour giveaway? Fresh crack 2-ounce pour giveaway.
I'm down.
Yeah, we'll do
The only
it.
reason I'm drinking this, by the way, RJ, is just kind of because I think you told me you didn't have any left.
Dude, that's
Yeah, no, it's funny. Like I used to go crazy after that bottle, and then after having it, I'm like, why would I ever buy this again?
I'm
Is that the
gonna
handle? Is that the handle version?
Yeah, I got this because it's actually gonna go in
Damn.
my barrel. That's the next one to go in my barrel.
I can buy
Nice.
those barrels all day, every day for like under $54 out the door. If I want to wait a little bit, I can get them for under $50 for a 1.75 liter, which people don't even see Weller Special Reserve for below $40 in some states.
we get
Yeah,
them
so this is my going in my barrel.
I haven't had this in forever.
48 for the Weller handles. I'm down to a giveaway. I'll do a 4 sample giveaway.
That's
So here, I'm gonna
okay.
pour a 2-ounce pour of it. Let's do that.
It's okay.
We're gonna put the banner up. Hashtag Weller107 to be entered into a free giveaway for a 2-ounce sample. Just because you win the Weller 107 sample, depending on who we want to like push that giveaway from, Doc's offering obviously. If I give away, I'm going to add samples on top of that. Jeff said he'll add samples as well. So I've got some crazy stuff, guys, and I don't mind sharing. So hopefully you guys are able to enter into the free giveaway.
Man. Sharing is caring.
Exactly. So our first one that entered in was Shadow 51.
What are you doing? Oh, hashtag.
Here's my 2-ounce sample.
Who's giving this away? You're giving this away, Doc?
We're all
I'm
giving.
gonna give away, and Drizzle said he's gonna away, and I think RJ's giving one too. So
I'll do a Weather 107, Eagle Rare, Knob Creek 12, and a Stag.
We got Dollar Bill Will. If Dollar Bill Will wins, I'm going to take him because I can deliver locally.
I brought this up because you guys were talking about this one earlier.
I hate you, dog.
Yeah, the 15.
So
there we go. Red label. There we go.
The 15. Yeah.
You're wondering if it was real. It is. It is. I have so.
That's crazy. I've never seen that.
I should have one open somewhere. I don't know where it's at.
Probably. He's got 4 of them.
Now I only have. I think I have 2 of them. I think I got this as a backup because it's actually a really good pour. I mean, I really did like it.
I just find it crazy how like diehard I was on finding some of these bottles. Example is the Weller 107, and then like I haven't had a bottle in a really long time. Like the bottle that I got, I gave it to Jeff, and then Jeff like gave it away for charity. So I went out of my way to get another bottle just so I could be like, Jeff, no, this bottle's for you, sir.
And that's super nice, because they're. I mean, 107 super. I know you got a whole bunch of them, but I haven't gotten them in. I want to say it's like 2 years.
I mean, I have to pay a lot of money for them. It's not like I'm getting them. I'm getting them on secondary.
No,
like I'm not paying MSRP.
The only reason I have more than one is when I first got them, I did it off of auction, and I won 4 in the auction at one time. Paid too much money for them, but it was at that time I was like, it was when you first start and you go kind of a little too crazy trying to get everything, and I had to
William Hall, so close, William Hall.
He did that on purpose. I know.
I mean, I'm typing these in manually, so like if as long as they get close, like it's cool.
No, it's because he wants the Pappy 27.5. Let's be honest.
All right, so I'll put this to the side here, so whenever whoever wins it.
I'm not going to get my box yet. I still have to do beaters, and I've got Gunners boxed up now. So,
Torb, you can't enter in twice, sir. I can still freaking read 5 lines up.
This isn't an Eagle contest, by the way.
Did you guys see
That's the
that?
one thing I hate about these giveaways. The way I do them is I type them in manually, so it's a lot of freaking work on my part. I have to like double check to make sure people aren't entering in twice. You little cheeky bastards.
Can we call that Whiskey Corner for a second? Because so we trade and it's $10 and he didn't accept it.
William Hall with the honestly, William Hall, if you win, I'll send you a sample of Weller 107, but because you said 108, I'll send you a Weller Weeded 8 years a sample as well.
Alejandro, that might be the loudest paper I've ever heard in my life.
Really
Sorry
was.
about that.
Carl wants me to check DMs. Carl might be giving away some stuff too.
No, Carl's giving me whatever he has.
Here, you know what? gonna do something different.
I'll do it.
I'll throw in a 2 ounce of this.
What is that?
Ooh, the
Ooh,
best bourbon, rated best 10 bourbons, I think, in the U.S. or something like that.
Is that
So,
a quarter?
so this is a finished with 200-year oak, maple wood, and cherry wood. 3 wood Dexter rated, yeah, like Doc was saying, it's rated like one of the top bourbons ever. I'll throw in a 2 ounce. What are you laughing for? What did I do? Are you making fun of me, Doc?
All right,
Didn't I see your? Didn't you do a review on this?
On Dexter?
Oh no, it was actually what's his name? ADHD whiskey. He actually did a review on it.
Does he hate it?
No, you go watch it. It's pretty funny. You know how he's pretty funny.
Guys, we haven't upgraded the giveaway, so like all of us are giving away stuff, but Carl's also watching, and he said, "Fuck it, we're giving away a Buffalo Trace store pick, one of his favorite picks. He has a bunch of them.
Hold on.
He wants the winner to pay for shipping, so whoever wins it, he wants to pay for shipping. He can clarify that otherwise, but he's going to send an entire bottle of Buffalo Trace store pick. So I'll
Doc, what did you
clarify
say
if you
about
want
it? I don't
shipping.
want to give away something if it's crap. I think it's okay. I like it.
No, he said it was okay. It's not, it's not going to be, what they said, top 10 whiskey of the,
No,
century or whatever.
Hey,
no.
but
But it's unique. It's really unique.
if Mr. Great Shot wins, can we send it to the wrong person again?
I think that's hilarious that we absolutely like fucking sent the wrong bottle to somebody. Was it an H. Taylor single barrel or small batch? Because like if we need to get a single barrel, I'll hunt one down just for Mr. Great Shot.
No. Tyler said he's going to hold on to it. He said, "Listen, I don't think I was supposed to win this, but like someone sent it to him, and he's going to do it until we figure out who it was."
Okay. Let's see. We'll make sure we get to the right person. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are going to see LFTP twice because we got live from the patio on a couple different accounts here. I say a couple different accounts. There's more than one guy. It's not just one dude. We'll let them decide out of them who gets it. We're just going to put LFTP for the giveaway for that sake. So we're just making sure we get everybody entered in right now. I'm going to go through the list of names here in a second. We got a ton of people hanging out. We got 36 consecutive viewers right now.
So
We got Aaliyah. We got Jeff's wife in here too as well.
So can we just shout this out right now? I see 9 likes on this video right now. So if you don't press the like button, you clearly hate puppies being rescued from dog mills.
Whoa, you gotta refresh it sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't show you the likes, but if you refresh it, I'm showing 31 likes on my end. So we got 31 likes.
Okay.
Oh, mine only see 15.
We have 38 viewers, but if you refresh the YouTube stream, we have 31 likes. Obviously, we have 39 viewers now. If you guys are trying to get in for this, remember hashtag Weller107. We're going to read through a couple of names for this giveaway. So this is not just one giveaway. Doc is giving away a Weller 107 sample. Matt is giving Weller away a Weller 107 sample. I'm going to give away a Weller 107.
No, Dexter.
You're giving away the what?
Dexter.
The Dexter 200-year oak.
Oh, the Dexter 200-year oak. Okay, so we got that. I'm giving away the 107. Jeff's got a 107 sample as well. I'm going to add additional samples to mine.
I'm going to do a 107 Eagle Rare Applejacks pick, Knob Creek 12, and a Blanton's Gold store pick.
He knows what he's giving away. I don't know what I'm giving away. We'll give away at least a 107 because that's the hashtag. I'll let you guys pick the other 3.
I don't even know how we're doing this giveaway anymore. Are we doing multiple drawings?
Yeah, we'll do multiples, but we'll do first. We'll pick whoever goes first.
Well,
that way they know who they're getting it from.
It's your channel. I'll let you figure it out.
I don't even know. Kimmy's putting her little face in there. Kimmy, you haven't entered in the giveaway, girl. Hashtag 107. Come on, Weller 107. Hashtag Weller 107.
Unless my wife wins, then it all comes to my house.
Doesn't that work both ways then?
Damn, I almost knocked over Glenn again.
All right, we got bourbon and buds adding on.
Hey, as long as you don't break it, you're good.
Oh, yes.
All right.
And
I got it poured and bottled, ready to go. Why won't that
perfect?
Focus? There we go.
Dude, do I got to get my bottles right now and do this in the middle of the stream?
No. You know,
I hate bottling them, so I just want to get over with.
That's the same thing. I do them now so that it's easier.
Like I said, I'll add a list afterwards. So
Add a list.
Done.
Leah needs that.
I have a little notepad I can add it to. It's fine.
Can we shout out the batch 3 mix of the RC Cola?
I do have the RC Cola as well. Capitalization does not matter, guys. I'm typing these in manually. To go over the list so far on who I have entered in, I've got Shadow 51, the Bloody 81, Guns and Bourbon, B Factor, Dollar Bill, Chill Will Rocco, Michael Bortner, Josh Castilla, John Wade, Beach Sand Bourbon, Gunnar L, Torup, Les Bramblett, Dave Vogelsang. We got Dom H89, aka Aaliyah, that's Jeff's wife. Jeff Castle, Bug in the Sun, that's John. Life in the Patio. We got 2 different Life in the Patio accounts, so we have them in twice. Mr. Lopez, Mike Brock, Russell L, Keith P, Whiskey Corner, Show Me the Proof, William Hall, Carl, Jeff from Drizzo Nation, Bourbon and Buds 86, Mr. Great Shot, and Kimmy so far. If you did not hear your name, please type it one more time so I can double check to make sure we get you in there. We got the Bourbon Bitch in there. The bitch is spelled BYTCH in case you guys wanted to hear that pronunciation one more time.
I love that. I saw that on another live the other day, and I think that's the best name ever.
We got Trinity B as well.
I'm so glad I picked another bottle. This Knob Creek 12. I might go on this shit.
Knob Creek 12 for the price you can get them for is pretty exceptional. Like I can't complain.
When you can find them, you know, they're not dropped very often. I don't feel like
I see them for $61.99 if I can get them at Total Wine or Specs, and then if I get them for my mom and pop, they're $67 or $68.99, which is still pretty exceptional pricing. But the fact that Jeff can get them for like $57.99 is like honestly unheard of.
Man, if Matt hated this, Doc, I disagree with him. I think this is.
I love this new Matt cam. I love the angle.
Really
we get the monitors and the Coke and the light up keyboard.
Hell yeah!
It gives me some OnlyFans feels. Like I feel like.
All right, that's enough OnlyFans.
So we finished our 107.
Hey, where's that foot cam?
Last pour.
The what cam?
Ow.
The foot cam. Are you gonna put a foot cam on there now too?
I
For your
could.
OnlyFans?
I could.
I'm pouring up Stag. 22A was my very first bottle that I ever really like super enjoyed. I had Batch 18 as my very first Stag, but as far as first opened bottle that I actually tried because I had the 18 sealed for so long was in fact 22A. This is a 23A. We do have a 22A. It's in the cabinet. It was given to us for our birthday. That's pretty freaking awesome. Thank you, Tyler, for that. But 23A, we're gonna drink that one. We don't want to fresh crack the 22A just yet. We'll have that, and I say this in my final pour. Once we do these giveaways, guys, we'll have a celebratory pour, and my celebratory pour will be a pour of my very own first BTAC bottle, Thomas H. Handy.
Oh, nice. Dude, I'll do my celebratory pour. My wife will kill me because she's in here.
I still have a big sample of that, and I've never even touched it in a really, really long time. We still have the Bakata. So let me double check, make sure we didn't get any more new entries. Trinity B was the last person that entered in. It looks like we are still standing with Trinity B as the last one.
So Carl said 42 viewers. There's only 34 likes. Clearly, the rest of you enjoy Bud Light and really enjoy Fireball.
So just a question for you guys as an audience. You guys are more than welcome to participate in this because this is a giveaway for you guys. We currently have 4 people on camera, and Carl is off camera that participated in this giveaway to help make this happen. So we have 5 total giveaways tonight. Do you guys want to see one duck race and we'll do first through 5th? Or do you want to see multiples? And if we do multiples, we're only going to do 60 seconds because we're not going to sit here and try to be here all freaking night for giveaways.
I say multiples. Multiples and remove the winners.
Multiples and we'll remove the winners. So if we can get some votes on that, multiples will remove the winners. Obviously, we're going to have Life in the Patio on there twice. That's not 2 Life in the Patios. It's 2 different guys that are part of that group. So they all have their chance to get that as well. So
yeah.
And just so you know, after the giveaway, I do have to jump off. So just want to.
No, you're good, Doc.
We can make sure we run yours first then. That way we can get you out of here because I know you got things to do, better things to do than hang out with us. Like, why would you want to hang out and drink whiskey with us?
No. My daughter's down from San Antonio. My wife's birthday was last week, so she came down for so I'm gonna go hang out with them for a little while before I have to go to bed because I have to get up in the morning.
How do you care?
Okay. We see how
I gotta get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, run mine second, RJ.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got the duck race. We're gonna try to get this pulled up. The names. We got the list. We got to edit.
Wait, I just want to let you know I love your face, and I'm gonna post another 500 eagles on your video this week because you said that. So
We're gonna run 60 seconds. So this
Your
first one
Eagles
will
are
be
crazy
from.
everywhere you post them.
Oh
That's
my
just
God,
amazing.
Wade is still here, man. I can't even get Wade. I can't get Wade to show up 30 seconds on my stream. That's cool. Hey, Wade. Hey, buddy. How much
There
does
we
Wade?
go.
How much
Cheers,
does
Wade.
Wade hate the word eagle right now? That's right.
Oh, he's gonna be nice about that right now. Everyone just posts Eagle because it counts towards how many.
All right,
Eagles.
Riley, you missed the first giveaway, sir, but we'll get you entered in for the next one.
Yeah. So
This
this
first
is for the
giveaway is
Weller,
going to
right?
be from Doc.
This is for yours, Doc.
Yeah, Weller 107 there. Let me see.
Wade, when you do come down to Texas, I really want us to get the family to watch Deadpool for the first time and drink Eagle Rare because I think that'll be nostalgic. So, look, there's all the Eagles I have to type in. Golly.
How the hell, Wade, are you collecting all the eagle comments?
He's
I
not.
want to know because I bet there's over 1,000.
No, there is. There's almost 1,000 now because I know I put in some work yesterday. I guarantee you are winning those bottles. And like I told you, the idea of the Blantons. Yeah.
Wow. Hashtag rigged.
So I want to ask just one time and one time alone. What were you going to give him, Doc? Because I can just hand it to him.
I'll just Weller 107. I mean,
I can cover that. I cover it.
No.
all right, you sure?
Yeah, I'll cover it.
All right. Well, then if you
He
want,
has a whole bottle of Weller 107 from me, anyways, that I gave to him.
Talking about
you want to give it to second place, or did you close it already?
No,
I can pull it up. Second place was Whiskey Corner. Do you want to give it to Carlos?
Yeah, Carlos. Hell yeah.
You mind that? You mind Drizzle?
Legitimate question. Who in chat has never had Weller 107? Honestly, no bullshit. Because if you
Yeah,
told
who
us,
hasn't?
I
you can
haven't.
find out about my YouTube channel. Trust me.
So I can't speak for everybody in chat, but for reals, I know for a fact he hasn't had 107 because he doesn't get anything at all, and that's Thunderclap on Discord, by the way.
Done.
And I sent him a Weller Special Reserve, like a bottle of it, and he was super ecstatic over that. So I say we sent it to him.
Hold
Is he
on.
on here or no?
Hold on.
He was not entered into the giveaway, but he was definitely in chat earlier. Let's see if he's still
let me
here.
do this then. You think he's still in here or no?
If he is, he'll be underneath 4 reels, like the number 4 REALZ.
Well, just get it. Just give me the information. I'll send it to him.
So
okay.
Riley was technically first. He said he had it, but he has a WLW when he comes down here. So
Riley's had 107. If you guys weren't watching my bottle kill video, he helped kill that bottle with me.
Give it to Thunder. Give it to Thunder, man. He deserves
All right,
it.
so give me the information. I'm glad to give that. So yeah, but
I don't know what the hell's going on anymore.
So I'm gonna jump off right now. Appreciate you guys for letting me jump on here and just have some fun with you guys. So
thank you. I mean, I really appreciate you coming out, Doc. I can't wait for our Texas live stream, guys. If you guys don't know, we're gonna be doing a Texas live stream.
We need to set that date so we can start.
We're trying to set a
that.
date. We'll have it scheduled and we'll advertise the shit out of it. Texas live stream, guys.
And we'll just give away a ton of Texas. This would be a large Texas live stream. A lot of giveaways.
3 cowboy bourbons. If you guys want to try 2020, 2022, or 2023, I got you guys there.
Get Milliman Green in here. Like, we're going to do that shit big. I can't wait.
Hell yeah.
That'll be fun. That'll be so much fun. So,
see you, Doc.
All right, guys.
Have a good night, buddy.
Peace. You guys have a good one. Doc. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir.
All right, run mine, RJ. I'm out of here too.
What do you have?
Copy. All right, I'm getting it set back up. Give me 1 second.
Golly, Matt, what do you have? Kids or something?
4 of them.
That's
my pull-out game is trash.
Dude, I've got 6, bro. I don't even know what that means.
All right.
1 hour. Jeez.
Dude, let's do it. No balls.
That would be amazing. A 1 hour stream.
And you have to be in here to win.
You gotta be present, but the prize is the rest of my handy.
I gotta wake up so early tomorrow for my son's football. He said he's got to be at school by 5:30. That's brutal.
If they wanted to pull out, they should have had a couch.
Yeah.
Oh,
going live on Friday. Wade, like you're gonna be there. Come on, stop teasing me.
Right.
Jeez.
Dude, wait. You understand? I'm doing this because I love you.
Who is that? Bramblett?
He's up
Oh,
front.
Les Bramblett.
He's leading the
See,
pack.
that's bad news for him. Yeah, there you
Hey.
go.
Great shot
He
has,
falls back.
and he doesn't have any H. Taylor.
Mr. Lopez in the top
Lopez.
lane. Jesus the Bloody
Oh,
A1.
no.
Oh my goodness.
The bourbon bitch.
The bourbon bitch.
Boom. Do you
All
have
right, do I need to send that to
you?
you, or you got that written down?
Do you have the bourbon bitch's contact, RJ?
I don't have anything from him.
That's amazing. Does anybody know anything about him or her?
It might be one of the employees, believe it or not.
Might be what?
It might be one of the employees. We'll find out in a minute.
I just posted my email in the chat, guys. Bourbon bitch. If you see that, make sure you reach out to me via that email. You can copy and paste that. If you know Jeff from Jersey Nation, reach out to Jeff. If you know Matt from Whiskey Wisdom, reach out to Matt. Make sure you let us know your handle so we can get you taken care of and help you with that giveaway.
Hang on, I'm putting that in here.
I've seen the bourbon bitch pop up in chat quite a few times lately, though, so I'm hoping that we can get a hold of them. There we go.
I mean, we have a
Get the bitch go. It's a her. Yeah,
There
okay.
you go.
Even better. Let's get you taken care of, sweetie. So if send me an email or send an email or text to me, Matt, Jeff. If you got Discord, you can join my Discord. My Discord's in the description below this live stream, and just reach out to me and I'll forward your information over to Matt so we can get you taken care of.
Yeah, bourbon bitch. I put my email. Just shoot me an email and I'll get your contact.
I love her freaking profile picture. It's literally the foil from the top of a freaking stag bottle.
Oh yeah, it is. I just noticed that. That's pretty funny.
It's not the actual foil. I'm sorry. It's the cork because it has the yellow ring around it. It's the cork.
God, I love stag.
Stag's amazing. I know. There's not a bad stag in my opinion.
There's not.
We'll get you taken care of, though. Matt from Whiskey Wisdom posted his email. As long as you reach out to one of us, we'll get you taken care of.
Yeah, somebody. If you hear from her, RJ, just get over to me.
Absolutely.
I'll be reaching out. Cool. All right,
Okay.
RJ. Cheers, buddy. Jeff. Cheers.
Thank you so much for coming out and participating, Matt. You're awesome, dude.
Hell yeah, man. Gotta support you, buddy. Appreciate you inviting me on. Good time. I'm gonna go crash. Get my kid to school in the morning. So, Dave, have a good night, Dave. Carlos. Who else is here? Jeff Castle.
We got a bunch. Shadow, Riley Tesla, everybody.
Gunner. Wow, Gunner's here. Mr. Great Shot's here.
Yeah.
Wow, lots of people. Holy shit.
We have 40 people watching right now, Matt. You're about to leave, and everybody else is going to leave with you.
Mr. Lopez. Life from the
We have
patio.
40 people watching right now. That's how many people are watching for the giveaway.
Beach Sand. Wade's here.
By the way, if you guys haven't joined that giveaway, even though we had Doc give away his giveaway and we got Matt from Whiskey Wisdom giving away his giveaway, we still have Jeff from Jersey Nation. You have RG the Fed. I'm going to be giving away a giveaway as well. And then our final giveaway will be for a Buffalo Trace store pick. That is a free giveaway. I say free. We do ask that you pay for shipping. I might take care of the shipping costs and just send the shipping costs to Carl and call it free for you guys. It'll cost me $10 probably for shipping because we've done free giveaways. I don't mind sending Carl $10, $15, whatever it takes. Probably make that free as well.
Talking about for this giveaway?
Yeah. Because we're doing 107 giveaways, but we also had, Carl wanted to add that Buffalo Trace store pick as part of that. I think I'll probably cover the cost on that too.
Yeah, because it's coming to my house, so it's all good.
Alrighty, guys. Keith B, Blood 81, Tesla, Shadow still saying Eagle. Good Lord.
I love that.
Fucking Wade. All right, guys. Have a good night. Cheers, everybody.
Good call. See you, Matt.
Good night, Matt. Love you, brother.
Jeff, see you, RJ. See you guys. Good night.
And it was just us then.
All right, let me see if anyone else has popped up in chat that they wanted to post their stuff.
Well, all I know is they've got some good ones now. So if you want to stick around, you have to be present to win these last three.
We got 3 more giveaways, and then we could talk about $150 last week on shipping, Mr. Great Shot. Maybe we share some insider knowledge on the pirate shipping account and show you guys how much we saved and how much we spent last year alone. I know last week that sounds like a lot, and it definitely is a lot. You definitely did a lot of shipping in 1 week, but we've sent over $1,000 last year alone, And we're going to do way more than that this year in giveaways.
Yes, we are.
All right. We didn't have any more new entries, which is fine. I say new entries. We did add Riley. You are added onto the list. Let me go ahead and present arms. Share screen, the duck race. Sure. Riley Tesla, I got you, brother. You don't have to put that. I appreciate it, though.
Which one is this for?
This is going to be from your giveaway.
Okay, so this is a Weller Antique 107, Applejacks Eagle Rare Store Pick, Knob Creek 12-year, and a Stag 23B.
Riley said, add me 3 times.
Unless Wade wins it, then he doesn't get anything.
Then he owes you an Eagle Rare or a Blanton's because of how many times you typed Eagle into chance.
Much. What's the giveaway code? Sorry, missed it. You're not in.
Wade from Bourbon Hall will just add you to the next one, brother. Like, can't
Really,
even type hashtag Weller 107. Big yikes.
It'd be really nice though if Gunner won it because I have to ship his box out tomorrow. Make it super simple for me.
All right, Wade, we got you entered into the next giveaway. It's fine, buddy. You won't be on this one, but you'll be on the next one.
Eagle is the code. Everyone type Eagle. 17,000.
Shadow says Eagle's the code.
Gunner's gonna win. No way.
There we go. Don't you owe Gunner some stuff?
Yeah.
Are you sending Gunner some mead?
Didn't ship your samples, the mead, and everything else goes out tomorrow. So I said to throw them in the box.
So we added Wade from Bourbon Hall to it as well. I have not taken anyone off, so everybody's still a part of this. I haven't removed anyone.
I did call that.
We're gonna run this again. We have Wade added on here as well now.
Oh, dude, that's funny. That's hilarious.
So Gunner, make sure you reach out to Jeff and say, hey, you owe me some shit, but now you owe me some more shit. All right, guys. This race right here is from me. I'm going to be sending out a Weller 107 sample, but I never send one sample. I always send 4 samples. So you'll have to get with me, preferably on Discord. That's my preferred method of communication for you guys. And we have 3 other samples that you guys can pick from my collection. So we got some pretty cool bottles. Kind of depends on what you guys want. You want high proof, low proof, hot, sweet, Texas whiskey, the best of the best. We've got 3 different offerings of Garrison Brothers Cowboy Bourbon if you want to try some Cowboy Bourbon. We got Midwinter's Night Dram. We got Old Forester Single Barrel Strength Rye. That's a pretty hard one to find. We got the Weller 107, obviously, as one of the picks. And then whatever, I don't know, Stag. Who cares? Whatever you guys want. We'll figure it out.
Yep. Someone's about to creep right now. Come on. See the creep.
Oh, Mr. Grayshot, if you are not using pirate shipping, that is absolutely
There
free.
it
You
goes.
definitely need to use it.
Lopez.
Mr. Lopez, turning on the gas. All right. I see you there. All right. We're going to close that for a second so we can get reset up. I need to make sure I add Mr. Lopez to that giveaway. Congratulations, Mr. Lopez. All right. Let's see. Mr. Lopez, I clearly have all your information, sir, but I still want to make sure you get taken care of with some samples. I've sent you samples in the past, so please, if you haven't already, get with me so we can make sure we get you taken care of with stuff that you haven't had.
Yeah. No, that's dope, man. That's awesome.
I know for a fact I have never sent him Old Forester Single Barrel Strength Rye, so that can be another pick as well.
There you go.
And if you don't want Weller 107 as one of your samples of Mr. Lopez for whatever reason, just let me know. We can change that out for something else that you do want. I want to send you guys stuff that you actually enjoy and like. So
Kelsey Creek samples, another good option.
So Carl just messaged me on Discord, said 42 viewers. Congrats. What a great stream. We're at 44 concurrent viewers right now. We still have another giveaway, guys. If you haven't already and you want to enter in, here's your chance. We got one more freaking giveaway. Hashtag Weller107. The last and final giveaway will be from Carl. It's going to be a Buffalo Trace store pick. He does ask that you pay shipping, but I say fuck that. I'll pay shipping, guys. Whoever wins, it's on the house. Carl, just send me the bill for the shipping. It's on me, brother. I appreciate the donation of the bottle. The least I can do is cover shipping.
Yeah, I mean, my wife's going to win it, so thanks, RJ. And, oh.
Mr. Lopez says, I just want one of every one of your Blanton's. Sucks to suck, man. You're going to be having less than 4 samples then, because we've moved every one of those Blantons. We only have a Blanton's Gold. We have a Blanton's that'll show up tomorrow from Carl, and then those are the only 2 Blantons we have. So you're getting hosed, man. You only get 2 samples. We moved every one of those bottles.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, guys, let me get the freaking duck race pulled back up. We were slacking on that, so I closed it. That's my fault, but we're getting reset. All right.
But
Names, edit list, paste the names. We're at 37 names. How do we have 37 names but 45 viewers right now? Like, come on, guys. You guys don't want free freaking whiskey? Come on.
Exactly. Do you hate puppies?
Even if you don't want the whiskey, guys, if you enter into this giveaway, you can designate who you want to win. So if you're like, hey, F that guy, Riley Tesla, let me give it to Carl, let me give it to Mr. Lopez. You can do that. Like, if you win, you get to pick who wins. Oh, there we go. We got one more that entered in before we ran the race. AJ Hummer. So we'll add him to the list as well.
I mean, it's okay if you guys hate puppies. Like, you can just tell
Yeah, if you hate puppies, don't ever type in #Weller107 if you hate them and want to see them die.
horrible individuals. That must be a YouTube moderator watching us right now.
All right, let's get this posted.
Shadow said I volunteered to receive it.
He just said perfect timing. Yeah, he didn't manage to sneak in the last freaking second.
That's right, AJ, but you better press the like button, because if not, you do hate puppies.
Yeah, if you don't press the like button, you hate puppies. All right, guys, there's no more entries into the giveaway. We're going to run this bad boy right now. If you win, please reach out to me via Discord or Carluche or Carl. This is for a Buffalo Trace store pick. This is an entire bottle. Typically, he wants you to pay for shipping. Like I said, shipping's on me, guys. So thank you, Carl. And hopefully you guys can thank me because I'm covering shipping on this one. But here we go. We're going to shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for luck. And here we go. Burn, 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 burn. Gotta love the air horn, man.
Michael Bordner.
AJ said, automatically give mine to somebody who hasn't had it if I win. He doesn't even want a Buffalo Trace store pick, one of Carl's favorite bottles.
Yeah.
It's a bottle, not a 2-ounce sample. You might want to keep the Buffalo Trace store pick bottle because it's one of Carl's favorite. He's up in New Jersey, so.
No, I'm taking that and a fucking hoagie. I want it.
Yeah, send me a sandwich, but I need you to freeze it and hopefully it'll stay frozen so it's not like super old and rotten.
That's right.
Shadow said, yes, AJ. You already said it, haha.
This Knob Creek is so good.
You know, this is a bottle, AJ. You can still get the bottle. We know you're just going to pass the sample on. This is for a bottle, though.
That's right, it is.
How about some garlic spread from Jeff?
Oh, dude, that garlic spread, fire.
Oh, my goodness. Guns and bourbon with the snowman duck in summer. All right. Guns and bourbon, sir. You came in first. Second and third, in case you guys want to know how close you guys were. Beach Sand Bourbon was second, and the Bloody 81 Jesus, you were third. You can reach out to me, or you can reach out to Carl or Carluche, and we'll get you taken care of. Guns and Bourbon. I believe I have your info, but if not, go ahead and message me on Discord or email. I'll get a hold of you. Thank you. Make sure you get a hold of me. We'll get you sorted out. I'll make sure I put a note down so we don't forget that you have won, sir.
That's right. To be fair, Raleigh, it was rigged because it wasn't MGP juice. So
yeah, if it was freaking MGP. Guns and Bourbon won. Buffalo Trace from Carl. Save that. That way I have it on my list. Discord's getting blown up, guys, so that tells me that we're getting reached out to. Oh, it's not by the person we expected, though. Update, guys. He's probably not in the... Well, he is in the Discord. He's probably not a part of the YouTube channel just yet. One of the guys I train for work, his name's Andrew. He actually has some bottles. He lives right now currently in Alaska, so he has some exclusive shit that he can only get in Alaska. You guys want to talk about shipping costs? In order to ship something from Alaska or to Alaska, it's like $85 for shipping. And that's not like a joke. That's like actually how much it costs. He's in Anchorage, Alaska. I told him if he ever takes vacation and makes a trip to Texas, bring some whiskey. Specifically some Alaska only distilleries. And if and when I'm able to snag some Alaska whiskey, it might not be the best stuff you guys have ever had, but the fact that it's like the exclusive, I will be sampling and sharing as much of it as possible so you guys can try some Alaska whiskey. He's in Juneau, Alaska. So just an update for you guys to kind of see where he's at, how far away he actually is. Perfect. Guns and Bourbon just messaged me, so I do have his info. I'm just going to copy this strictly and post this over to Carl right now so I don't forget. Guns and Bourbon.
That's right. Guys, do me a favor on this live stream. If you have X or Twitter, share this right now. This posts RJ and it boosts his numbers. Like the more shares you do, the more the algorithm hits it. We're trying to get him to 500. Once we get him to 500, dude, I call first dibs on the first super chat. I don't like press the like button. If you don't, I get it. You hate puppies. That's okay. Like if you hate and real
all you puppy haters. We actually gained 2 more subscribers today, so we're at 453. We were at 449 yesterday. We gained 2 during yesterday and 2 today, so we're at 453 now. So we're getting close. And that, in case you guys didn't know, if you guys needed more insight on why you should subscribe, at 500 subscribers, I mean, once we hit our hours, which we'll hit them probably around the same time we hit that 500 subscribers, free giveaway.
I'm down. I'll get a bottle.
We'll definitely do a paid giveaway as well because we'll have super chats. So like we want to like encourage you guys to do that super chats because I think it'd be really cool as well to have my first super chats for a giveaway. But we'll also do a free giveaway. Like we're not going to charge everybody. Like we can capitalize, but we don't want to capitalism.
I mean, I like capitalism, but yeah, no, we'll do it, man. I'll do a when you hit 500, I'll do a bottle giveaway.
All right, Carl. I just sent you his address. I put his little handle and then I put his name that he wants on the package. So that is yours now, Carl.
Absolutely.
Send me the bill for the shipping and I will send you the money. Just request it via Venmo funds. I'll confirm it. It's yours, brother. Whatever you ask for, I'll send it.
It's Garland, Texas, if you need to know, Carl.
It's a little bit different though, but it's all right. 500 subs. I hope so, Jesus. That's like one of my biggest goals right now, is hitting 500 subs and hitting the 3,000 hours of watch time within the 1 year period, which I'm definitely on track to do. The hours I've been lacking on. That being said, though, I thought for a while, based on these live streams, that we would actually, in fact, hit the hours before the subscribers. But now I'm starting to second guess that because we're pretty close. We're 47 subscribers away. And we're about 850 hours away on watch time, which 850 doesn't sound like an easy number to achieve. But remember, the more subscribers you have, the more like active fan base. We have 37 concurrent viewers right now this late in the live stream. That's that much more watch time, which really helps me grow. And this is for you guys that if you are concerned and want to know the weak side of the YouTube algorithm and where I stand on a subpar live stream where I'm just having fun last minute, not a whole lot of action, not a whole lot of people. We get around 35, 40 hours of watch time, which is still pretty good. And I really appreciate everybody that watches the hours. But on these better live streams, and I say a better, let's say a moderate or average one, it's around 50, 55 hours of watch time, which is pretty good. Because I'm like, okay, well, if I need 1,000 hours, that's 20 live streams. I do more live streams in that time if I need to, if I have to, whatever. But when I have a live stream that does really well, we pushed that boundary to 85 to 120 hours for one of our peak live streams where we had 120 hours of watch time. If we do 120 hours of watch time, we're talking, 8 to 9 live streams left, and we hit our hours off 8 to 9 live streams. I do want to do more live streams. I know we tried one today. It was only 10 minutes long, and it was shitty quality. It didn't work out. We tried to do a bourbon hunt live at Total Wine, but giant metal building doesn't do good for cell phone reception, let alone trying to live stream from the phone. So we tried. We had a fancy setup. We had it mounted to our stroller because I had my kid. I was pushing my kid around Total Wine. We had to have the camera mounted. I thought we were doing everything right. I'm like, man, this mount sucks. I just finally started holding it by hand, and the quality. I started watching some of them. Like, you guys can't even see what we're looking at. Like, I felt so bad. So that's why I put it like bourbon hunt fail. We're going to try that again, but we're going to try that in some stores that we have some better reception for. But I'm really happy with how everything's going on the channel. I love the support from you guys. I love the support from other content creators, such as Matt from Whiskey Wisdom, Doc Martinez from Old Fashioned Ways, and Jeff from Jerzo Nation that are willing to come out here and support me, not just as a supporter, but actually be a part of the content, be a part of the live stream, and give you guys options to win more giveaways, which, I mean, everybody likes free whiskey, right?
Yeah, they do. No, that's the cool part, RJ. Like, and I want to throw that out there real quick. So, RJ came out to the Rack House last week. He actually got to speak with two of the owners, and you know, they've given away some stuff for him to give away on a live stream. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and announce that right now. Actually,
Let's do it.
we're going to be doing a live stream. I haven't set it up yet. I don't know if we're going to do it from the Rack House or we'll do it from the house. I haven't decided yet, but we have Rack House merchandise. And I don't want to I don't want to give you guys just the merchandise. I want to give you guys whiskey samples as well. So anytime you win one of these, we'll do it like the Natterjack stream where you get a 2-ounce sample of something from my collection. It'll just be one sample, but you'll also get a piece of merch. So we have a hat in all black. This is the hat that I wear. I got one in the truck right now. I don't have it with me. We also got one in camo. So we got 2 hats. We have 2 shirts. They're on the chair back there. The large is a long sleeve with a pocket. So only people who wear a large size shirt, I would prefer that you're the only ones that enter in to make that easier so we can make sure that gets to the right person. And then the shirt size that I'm excited about, most of you guys will probably be excited about, we do have a t-shirt. It's not a long sleeve. It's a t-shirt, and it's a 3XL, which some of us big boys like to drink whiskey. We fit that 3X a little bit better than that large. So I'm thinking if I had to dictate who got these shirts, John from Bug in the Sun or Mike Brock would probably get the triple XL t-shirt. And then for the little guy, I'm thinking Locktar is probably a large, or Life from the Patio, but it's a long sleeve. So if you guys don't wear long sleeves, like it'll be a preference on that. Yeah. But that's the shirts and the hats. We had a Glencairn. I want to showcase it, but mine broke. That's my fault. I broke it on the drive home. But I have 2 other Glencairns that are absolutely for you guys. They're not for me. I won't replace mine with one of your guys'. I have 2 Glencairns that are from the Rack House as well with their branding. I can showcase them, but I don't want to get up to grab them right now. But we do have Rack House Glens. So that'll be a total of 6 giveaways. It'll be a hat, a shirt, and a Glen. And each one of those will come with a 2-ounce pour of something from my collection. That is not necessarily sponsored. I'm not sponsored by any ways from the Rack House, but the merchandise is sponsored by the Rack House. Obviously, their merch, and the whiskey will be from me personally, RJ the Fed, and I will give that to you guys as a gift to let you try some whiskey and give you guys some merch. If you ever come out to Texas, I hope that if you're in the Colony area, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, that you can make a trip out to the Rack House and go show those guys some appreciation. And if you get the merch, hopefully you can rock at least the hat or the shirts. You don't have to bring the Glencairns because they have them there. So you don't have to bring your Glen for you for travel, but you'll be able to try some whiskey in their Glens too.
Absolutely. And I know that TJ said something about we need Glens. So I actually have them ordered. My owners are getting them ordered. So they're going to be 1 for $13, 2 for $25, or 4 for $40. And I will deal with it on the social media side. They'll be for purchase inside. Obviously, the hats will be for purchase and the shirts. But, like, I will send those out. If you guys really want them, like, I will grab them and send them personally. And we'll take care of that. Like, I want you guys to be in full support of it. Like, not only because of RJ and me, like, first and foremost, like, Adam, Major Zero, like, everyone tries to shit on him for the same jokes. I love him. Me and my wife watch him. But, like, without him, me and RJ never would have met. He's my brother. Like, I'll do anything for him. I'll take a bullet for him or his son, wife, like, all day. But, like, the Rack House now, where it's at, there's 5 stores in 5 years. And you want one of these Glencairns right now before the second store opens, I promise you, that Glencairn will be $20 by the time we hit the second store. So get them while you can. You let me know, and I will get them to you.
If you guys didn't realize how much Glencairns cost, look at some of these other content creators and what they're selling them for. If you think $10 per Glen's a lot, that's a fraction of what other people charge. I hope to get the cost as low as I possibly can for you guys if and when I ever come out with my own merchandise. But realistically, I'm not trying to make a dime off of the merch. I'm just trying to get it out there so you guys can rep the brand and have something to like for you guys to care about. But the cost is not cheap. So that being said, even with the shirts, I know right now, not ideal. We have a large long sleeve and a triple X t-shirt. The triple X t-shirt will fit quite a few of us bigger boys, but we have a lot of smaller people too that are also in chat. The large would fit them probably, but they might not like a long sleeve. I know some people said the long sleeve might work well for them for the area that they're in. If you guys are looking for a specific size or formation of that shirt, whether you want like a large long sleeve or a large t-shirt, let us know. Like if you win the giveaway whenever we do that and we don't have a shirt for you, but that's like your first pick and you want to pick a hat or a Glencairn, let me know the shirt size you want. I will put a note on my notepad and I'll forward that to Jeff. And then whenever we get that shirt available or in stock, that will be the shirt that we give you. And if anything, I could replace the shirt. We can swap it out. We'll make that happen, guys. I don't want you to pick it. And this is what happened with the Nanojack stream. I had shirt sizes that weren't preferred for some of you guys, and I wanted you guys to be able to pick what you wanted, whether that was a rocks glass, a lanyard, or a t-shirt. If we don't have the correct size, just let me know. We'll if that's your number one pick, let me know. We'll make it happen. I can return merchandise if I have to swap sizes. Someone's going to find a shirt that's going to fit them. I want you guys to be happy with what you picked along with the sample you picked. And if that means it takes a little bit more time to get to you, I hope that is understandable and that you guys appreciate that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, do you have the Drizo Nation giveaways? I know we did 2 shirts like last week.
2 shirts?
I know we did 2 shirts last week. I can't remember who won them.
I don't know if I ever ran those. Are you sure we ran them?
We didn't run them. Heard. All right. Never mind.
I don't think we ran them. You made a comment about it, and I didn't run them because I was like, I don't have anything to give away, and I wasn't going to give away just your shirts because I was like, man, I don't have the setup to where I can give it away.
Yeah.
You mentioned it in the comments, but I never ran them. So I can add that to the list, though. So when we do the Rack House giveaway, we can also do the Jeff from Drizo Nation giveaway.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Well, whenever we do that live stream, guys, obviously I'm going to want Jeff to be a part of that. We might even have the store owners from the Rack House be a part of that too, especially if we do it live from the Rack House. That's a big possibility that we do that. The way we'll set that up is I won't be able to do the giveaway from the Rack House because I don't have the optimal PC set up to do the giveaway. But what we'll do is we'll do the live where we talk about them and kind of showcase them. And then we'll do a live specifically for the giveaway from home, but it won't be the same day. So just so you guys have a heads up, if we do live from the Rack House, it's going to be more of about them and talking about them, the bar, the restaurant, the allocated bottles. I'm always a big advocate. I always will be the same. Try before you buy.
Yeah.
Why would you drink a $500, $600, $800, $1,000? I mean, I have a Whistle Pig 21 box. Why would you drink $1,000 bottle that you don't know anything about and you don't know if you like it or not, but somehow, some way you bought it and you spent the money on it? You have the bottle at your house without trying it. If it cost you $100 to save you that $1,000 you just spent on that bottle and you decide whether you like it or not, if you like it, great. You have a bottle of it where you can get a bottle of it. You can get it, open it, drink it, enjoy it. Fine. But if you're not even sure that you like it or not, like at $100, I would much rather, if I've already bought the bottle, trade it for something I know I will like. So that's where some of these high-end whiskey bars where, yeah, you're going to pay for a pour and it might not be what you want to pay. Honestly, $100 for Whistle Pig 21, pretty solid price.
Yeah.
So doing that, try it. You like it, keep it. You don't, trade it, whatever, guys. Buy stuff you want. Still doing Weller flights. Dollar Bill wants to ask.
We are, but we sold out of the CYPB. I won't get another one until July. So we still have the single barrel, the 107, the full proof, the 12-year, and the 107 and the special reserve.
So Dollar Bill is definitely interested in the flight that I had. So whenever you restock, I can reach out to Will and let him know, hey, now's the time to capitalize. But for $10 a pour, so you're paying $30 for 3 pours, and they're 1 ounce pours. I know they normally do 1.5 ounces, but for the flight, they're 1 ounce pours. $30, you still can't beat it. I mean, secondary market, even with the prices coming down, CYPB is $400 and single barrel is $450.
Yeah.
if you want to try those on your own and you want to buy those bottles for $850 on secondary, you're out of your freaking mind because they were not better than 107. They're not better than Full Proof. They were good, but I would never open those bottles if I achieved those and was able to get the vertical.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely correct, brother.
There we go. Shadow said he repped the Drizzo while he was on his cruise back in March. Yeah. So I'm going to end the live stream now, guys. I love that we had such a big turnout tonight. I'm going to take a short break in the restroom because that's why we're cutting the live, not because I want to cut the live more so I get to go pee. We've had a lot to drink. I know we didn't get to it. We talked about it. I will definitely get to it. I am going to have a pour of Thomas H. Handy, but that will be for the Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord, once again, it's in the description of the live stream. It's free to join. If you don't have Discord, you should definitely check it out and sign up. It's mainly for gamers. It's like a chat, but you can do voice call or video call. You can be muted. You can have your camera on or off. It doesn't have to be. Hang out with us. We'll talk whiskey. We can talk anything. Remember, whiskey's not the only thing in life. It's just the conversation starter. So hope to see you guys over there and hope to make sure we get you guys taken care of, including Mr. Lopez that wanted to give away. Please reach out to us once again if you guys won. And I look forward to seeing you guys for the next one. Jeff from Drizzle Nation is frozen on my end, so he might be messing with his phone. But I hope to see you guys for the next one and see you over on Discord.